Hello! Good afternoon. How you doing? Thank you for being here early. Yes, we totally do still... Oh, it's not on here. Totally did still have the green screen on the going live screen, because I totally forgot we did that for Power Rangers last week.
Yeah.
Weird Edge of the West, thank you so much for being here. This is a weirdly early time for us, even though it's only an hour early, and we're probably going to play pretty quickly. I'm still hoping to get 2 games of this in. We're playing The Winter's Queen from Crowd Games. Thank you very much to them for sending this game out. This is a family weight game with a decent amount of strategy, but before we go into how it plays, I'm Tom.
Beck.
Kai. I'm Lachlan.
If you want to support the player of your choice, exclamation the colour of their name on the left there. Otherwise, exclamation whatever favourite colour you've got. How we all doing?
Doing good. Good.
That's not a good colour.
It's not a colour.
It's not a colour at all, man.
I am pretty keen to play with some crystals.
Yeah. Also, they're not like the normal, like the standard crystals.
Yeah, they're nice chunky ones.
Nice, chunky, and they're sort of like more square than normal, which is pretty cool.
They're cubes with corners cut off.
Yep.
Are they?
Mm-hmm.
Surely that's what they are. Anyway, they're kind of cool. I'm pretty keen for a lightweight game, and I like how you called it like family weight. Like that's the term you use for certain games.
This is a family aimed game, but with some decent strategy. We're going to get into that, but first of all, this is your final week to vote for our viewer voted game that we're going to be playing next week. We've got 4 games up. That vote will be going up in about hour and a half's time, because I don't know if we're going to be running a little bit over time. So maybe even when we finish this first game, we'll see how we go. You have Libertalia, Spirit Island, Viticulture, and Giant Killer Robots Heavy Hitters, all up for voting for us to play next week. It is the last viewer voted game for the year, because December is going to get weird.
Dude, I'm not going to lie. I want to play all those games.
They all sound good. It's almost like we should stream more often and play more games.
Oh, it's like we should do that. Oh, if only we could do that. But you know what? Life is difficult. Life is difficult, and we're coming into the holiday season, which is going to make things even more difficult.
Oh yeah. So we won't be streaming the 25th of December. For
what?
Wait, what?
Why?
Why
are we not streaming on Christmas Day?
We'll just fucking bail from everything.
I mean, my wife's working, so I'll do it.
My Christmases are too complicated already. I'll stream on Christmas.
I'm hoping
just wipe my hands of that.
I'm hosting double Christmas this year. So hosting both families at our place.
Yeah. Oh, at your place?
For the first time.
That's going to be tiny.
First time. It's going to be good.
Yeah, we considered doing
good
that.
thing.
I'm still considering it.
Just fucking, no, you're doing this. Just tell people, no, you're doing this.
Anyway.
And then the week after that is the 1st of January, and we'll all have plans and doing things.
Yeah, January in Australia is very busy. Like December and January is like you've got a whole bunch of holidays.
Every week.
Yeah.
Lots of holidays as well. So we've got Christmas, Boxing Day, New Year's, Australia Day. Anything else that like pops up there?
Triple J's Hottest 100 Day.
Triple J does their like weekend as well. So there's a lot of stuff that happens in around the Christmas holiday.
It's summer, you know. It's middle of summer. Everyone's doing things.
So we decided to play a nice cold winter game.
We did look at doing this in December, but just the timing doesn't quite work out. So we're doing it now. It's the lead up to Christmas. Are we a month away from Christmas now? No, a little over a month. 36 days, if my maths is correct.
Walking to Dan Partner's house just in time for his mum to break her leg. Jeez.
Did you break her leg, Morgramoon?
Yeah, is this
this a confession?
Did you get blamed for breaking her leg? Sus.
Also,
something very sus.
Just a couple names I've seen pop up in chat. Hey Corthane, hey Theater Stud, hey Paper Waster, Reese,
Aliel,
Morgramoon, all of you, hello, thank you for joining us.
We no longer say hello to Theater Stud. You're a stinky diaper baby.
I think I already said hi to him, sorry.
No, take it back.
Take it back.
Take it back.
I mean, he did ruin my Facebook post, so.
Also, your Aliel, your
Thanks, John.
Your TNT cake was pretty rad on
I just want that cake to blow up, and I know I shouldn't, but it is such a beautiful cake, and I just want it to blow up in someone's face.
That's so good. I love it. I just want to make a grass one because that's like the stereotypical like Minecraft.
Well, no, I feel like cobblestone's the
grass block. The grass block is literally the icon for the game.
Yeah.
Literally the icon.
How often do you actually use the grass block to do anything?
All the time. You have to get Silk Touch there. That's the problem. And really good to make sky bases and underground grass.
I want a diamond cake. Diamond block cake.
Yeah, it's possible.
Just a blue square.
Blue cake.
Just a blue cube.
Well, yeah, yeah, because you could make the cake on the inside blue, do frosted layers, and then just make the outside like a grey frosting with like speckles of blue on it.
Nice. I look forward to it, Beck. Thank you for offering.
Cooking with Beck coming soon.
Oh, the cobblestone thing did get changed.
Yeah, that's true. All the ores did as well. I jumped in after not playing for a long time and went, what?
What, they got changed?
Yeah.
Was that in like the most recent one? Or?
Because they've added a bunch of stuff in. Anyway,
this is a game all about placing gems and casting spells. Let me go right in there.
Truly outrageous.
There is basically two things that you can do in this game. You can take a gem from an area, and you can only take from the areas to your left or right. So I have access to these two piles, Beck has these two, and so on and so forth for the other chumps at the table. And you can either place that gem down in an area on the board to then take a book from that area, or you can place a gem down on a book that you've taken. And then later on in the game, you can use those gems to cast spells instead of placing gems down. That is the two things you can do in this game.
Yeah.
Two different kinds of things. It's kind of like three things, but two different things you can do in this game. It is fairly simple. How it gets complicated is how you actually score points and get things going, which is by casting these spells. I'm going to have a quick run through of what all the spells do, and hopefully as the game goes on, you'll see them come out in action, and you'll start to see the strategy where you're placing things out to cast future spells, where you're stopping other people from casting spells by casting 2 spells at once and blacking crystals off the board. So we have Forest Wisps, which are these ones here, where there is already a gem on there. You get 1 victory point for either the gem on the... What did you do?
No, Mother, it's just the Northern Lights.
Classic.
Tom. It's a Simpsons reference.
Dude, we got him the other day. So good.
Dude, the Power Rangers one got me so good. I assumed it was a Power Rangers reference, and then they just look over at me. Oh, it's a Simpsons reference.
It was like, Mr. Black. And Tom's just like, and we're like, Mr. Black, because we have the Black Power Ranger, and it's just like, that's the Simpsons reference, Tom. He's just like, broke him.
Anything to be a Simpsons reference.
Alright, Forest Wisps. You choose either the gem that's on the page or the gem that you've placed on there. You then choose one of those on the board, and you get points for each of the other one touching that gem that you've chosen. Get 1 victory point for every colour gem touching the one that you chose. Wonderful. Rose wins. 1 victory point for crystals that are placed on the 6 lines drawn from the chosen crystal. You go outwards. You choose each of the gems that of the colour that you chose. Every gem in one of those lines gets you a point. So if you choose right in the centre and you get a lot of stuff, oh boy.
Yep.
Border Keeper. 1 victory point for crystals placed on the edge of the map. What's up?
Which one are we up to? This one?
Border Keeper.
This one?
This one. The third one. Edge of the map, you can choose these ones that are also on the edge here. Look at that, that's a yellow gem. If you choose yellow, that one's going to score you 1 point.
Yep.
Magical Clouds. 1 victory point for single crystals and in groups of the placed colour. Basically, the more that there are of that gem on the board, not in big groups, you get more points.
Well, yeah, so like for everyone that's like, if they're isolated by themselves and not touching one that's similar, because if you have 2 yellows next to each other, then they just count as one because they're a group.
Because they're one magical cloud.
Exactly. Brightway. You choose a colour that you have on that page, and then you shoot a line forwards for every gem of a different colour in that line, you get a point.
Do you want to read the official wording in the rulebook?
No.
It's very good.
Not at all.
Explaining that.
Look, rulebook, if Crowd Games, if you're ever watching this, rulebook might need a little bit of work. Just saying. I think this game's already released, but maybe lost in translation somewhere along the way.
Possibly translation.
I mean, we worked it out.
But it breaks your brain a little bit.
It's just a little bit.
I think the diagrams are more helpful.
Northern Lights. Yes. Hey, look, that's that thing you're referencing. 1 victory point for zones. Look at that. There are all the different zones.
Counties.
1 victory point for zones with a crystal of the placed colour. Polar Star, 1 victory point for empty spaces around the chosen crystal. And Arcane Knowledge, 1 victory point for crystals of the placed colour on your and one opponent's spellbooks.
Yep.
We will go around the table, I believe, until 1 pile is out of spellbooks, or...
no, until the bag is out of gems.
Until the bag is out of gems, yep.
And
no
then
more gems.
All the remaining gems get put onto 1 crystal storage thingamajigama. And then play continues to the first player, which I guess is me since I've got the thing.
Yep, that's you.
And then 1 final round, and then the game's over.
Yep.
And then everyone
Bam!
scores.
Hydration. We gotta hydrate, boys.
Hydrate.
I shall hydrate.
I'll hydrate. And then at the end of the game, any books that you have with crystals on it will activate. If you ever activate a book with 2 crystals on it, you can activate both sides, each side of the page, and you get to blap a gem off of the board. At the final round of the game, when those books are finally activating, you don't get to do that because other people will all do it at the same time. It all happens at the same time, even though we'll go around in order and play it. That's it. It's a fairly simple game, just with some real big choices to make. I will say, last time I played this, I went with the strategy of not scoring any points throughout the game and instead trying to set up combos for the end of the game. And it almost worked, except I lost out because other people would just blap away my gems. So,
Nice. So you're going to do that again, and we're going to blap your gems?
Definitely.
That's the plan?
Blap his gems.
Definitely.
Blap his gems.
Blap Tom's gems.
We're hoping to get 2 games in because there are some expansions for this game. We get pretty tiaras, but we'll get to that for the second game. For
we
now,
don't even have a tiara prop.
I wish we had a
Surprise.
tiara prop.
So we just looked up at our
Oh, that's
all
where
our
my hat is.
We have
Our hat.
our hat
wonders
collection.
where it goes to the
I lost my
West
hat.
Coast.
It's up there.
We have a cowboy hat, 2 captain's hats, a weird Fallout Vault Boy mask, Tom's hat, and then a exploding kitten.
Oh, speaking of
hat.
captain's hats, I was at a vintage market the other day and they had a real airline pilot's hat. I was this close to buying it, but it was like $300.
Oh.
But I almost bought it specifically to bring it in and for us to just wear a pilot's hat.
Tempting. I think my dad does have a Russian Air Force hat.
Oh, that's cool.
Anyway, hey Kai, you want to take a turn?
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you for the bits, Arliel, as well.
I don't have a spell book yet, so there's not really. I can't do that. I can take a gem, and purple is the best color, so I'm going to take the purple one.
Did we mention the rule that Kai only has 2 spots
Yes.
that he can take gems from?
Yep.
He's
Yes.
got the ones to his
Yes.
left and right.
I
left
was
to my right.
definitely paying attention.
And so I'm going to snag that purple one, and then looking at the board and the spell books available,
Truly outrageous.
I do believe I'm going to place it in the purple zone. Yeah, sure.
In the purple zone?
Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to place it in the green zone.
No way.
Let's take this spell book.
To get purples. Interesting.
Congratulations.
Wild.
Who would've thunk?
Absolutely wild.
And that's my turn.
This is just...
You don't get a victory point for that, do you?
No, you
So
do
you
get a
get one
victory
every time
point
you-
if you take the last gem
Right.
from a collection space, and then you get to refill that collection space with 4 more gems.
Nice.
Yeah.
I
And you
like
score
it.
victory points from the spell books.
Yeah.
Cool.
It is fairly simple, just so many weird possibilities.
It is
It's
very,
very hard.
strange.
It's very much a you can't plan too much for the future.
Well,
That's
you
the
know
thing.
what?
It's like a cross between trying to set up your combos for the future, but also you don't know what spellbook you're necessarily going to have.
So I'm going to put it into the purple area, this yellow one, and I'm going to pick up the purple spell book,
Uh-huh.
alright? Because it has to be from the region that you put it in.
yeah, boy,
And
yeah.
you can have a maximum of 3 spellbooks.
And what happens if you run out of, like, you don't want the spell book anymore and you want a
You
different
gotta
one?
activate it.
You got to use it, I think. Yeah.
You gotta use it and then you can get rid of it?
And then you,
Yeah.
Can you reuse them, like, multiple times?
No.
No, once you use it, that book
As soon as
disappears.
you activate it, the book
It's a one-time use.
bursts into flame.
Alright, I think I'm going to go with
Purple?
purple
Oh,
as well.
Dude,
It seems like a really
purple's
good
getting
color.
hectic.
I'm going to drop it in this green area. I'm going to take this spellbook.
Nope. You're gonna take the
you
green
have to
spell
take
book.
it from-
Damn it. I'm going to drop it in the red area, and I'm going to take this spellbook.
Literally?
Literally,
Literally
just said that.
I know what I'm doing,
I
alright?
want to do the same thing. I was like, I'm gonna put it here, and then I'm gonna put it in the purple zone. But I didn't announce that's what I was doing. I fixed my error.
Fixed it in your brain. Does Tom not read chat? I read chat sometimes.
Sometimes.
I do my best. Tom, I like your B. What? I like B your Dutch
I
accent.
love, not like B, so he
Oh.
loves your Dutch accent.
Why have I got a Dutch accent?
Don't know.
I mean, I'll take it. I love the Dutch language, but I don't think I've got a Dutch accent.
Nah, rubbish language. What are you talking about? Beck, you're up.
I just missed the message that added the context. Beck, what are you doing?
I'm taking from these 2 piles. And figuring out what I
There's
want.
really not a lot to choose from in this game, but it's also just like, the choices.
It's
They're
also
endless.
interesting because obviously if Beck takes from that pile,
I will. I'm gonna put it there.
it's like choosing who, I guess, on either side of you might be more likely to take the last one and score the point.
Can I get you to leave your spellbooks a bit closer?
Maybe your microphone is broke, but you sound very Dutch.
Look, I'll take it. I do love the Dutch
Are our voices
culture.
crazy deep again?
Yeah, are we crazy
Oh, I
deep?
don't think so.
Crazy.
Is that
crazy
what-
weird?
Yeah, do
I
our voices
Surely
sound
someone would have
weird?
mentioned it by now.
I suspect someone else in chat would have said the sound sounds weird because
the
there's
Dutch
someone
deep
else in
voices?
chat that doesn't know
Or-
what we're supposed to sound like.
Reese would have told
We're
us
good.
by now.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Reese,
thinking.
I'm
Reese
checking
would
it.
have. Reese would have told us by now.
I don't know. I told you guys like 3 times during the Power Ranger stream, and you guys didn't notice. All 3 times that I brought it up.
Don't know what it is. Here,
Sorry.
let's see what I sound like.
Now we're just in a loop, and I'm trying to talk while hearing myself talk. It's not good. I'm taking this green
I'm done with
one
that.
here,
Yeah, to the green.
and I'm gonna plonk it
I'm so confused.
here
Plonk it good.
in the red zone
Hi, Corsairs.
Dude, this
to
is messy.
snag this bad boy.
Oh man, that's the one I wanted. That's,
That's
so
nasty.
rude.
Tough.
That's so mean. Can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe you've done it. It's just bonkers.
We could not take that one.
I'm gonna take the purple one, right? And
Keep
then I'm gonna
going.
put it into the blue zone. The blue zone. I'm gonna take this tile here.
It's a good play. It's a good play. I appreciate that play.
Yeah. So far, so good.
All right. We've all got a couple of books, but no one's placing much down
Hey,
yet.
baby grills.
Nah, my cook
Tom's
day.
real voice actually sounds like Mickey Mouse, but we banned him from doing it, so now he sounds like he does.
I'm going to place a red gem in the red area, because that seems like a good idea. And I'll take the red book.
I see. I don't know how these are gonna play out yet, but hey, we're going with. That's 2 of the same thing, Tom.
Whoa! 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 Get out of here.
I don't like that.
Got big plays
Big
coming up.
jerk.
Big plays.
I'm reading what the different spells do, and I'm still looking at it. I'm like, I don't understand what these spells
Oh,
do.
this is absolutely
so
a
that
game
one-
of just...
Yeah, so that one, it's just victory point for crystals. So if I had a purple gem here and
Yeah.
I activated the purple gem, then I would gain victory points for every green gem
Yeah.
surrounding the purple gem that
Yeah.
I activate. Like that.
Push it closer.
Crowbar and spam
Your other one
in chat.
is for every gem of the color that's on your spell book
In a zone.
in different zones. So if you activated purple, right now you'd get 3 points because there's 3 counties with purple gems in them.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not just
Why
one
would you point that
specific
out?
Gem.
Because she asked what the spell was!
Because Kai
Because
is
we're helping chat understand.
Kai is a good friend helping
Yes.
me help
Yes.
you.
Helping me help you. Yes, so if you take a purple gem and you put it on that side of your book,
Yes.
then you will get 3 victory points. So you want to put that green in the purple zone. Surely, so you can do the same thing but with the greens.
The problem is I don't have any purple gems to put on my books. Like
Or greens.
Or greens to put on
I
my books.
know, that's pretty upsetting.
In fact, the only one you got.
Stop tempting me to do
I got
more.
2 blues or 2 reds.
Do crime.
No, more Mickey Mouse voices.
Don't do Mickey
Please
Mouse.
don't do it.
Please.
We beg of you. No.
Walt Disney will burst through the door from the grave. He'll just be like, out of his... Or actually, no, he was crying.
Is there anything stopping me from putting a gem here?
Not at all.
No.
Okay, just making sure. I'm gonna take that one.
Nice.
Big plays.
Big plays.
My
Big plays.
Do
I-
crime.
Hey, Lotto Carnage. Hey, if this stream time works better for people, let us know.
Mm.
We're down to change things up.
Kimmy had to wake up early today to get here on time.
Sweet.
What time do you wake
that
up?
was a joke. Weird.
It's the middle of the day.
It's midday.
It's the middle of the day.
So I'm taking this green gem
Yeah, boy.
and I'm going to put it on my book.
Truly outrageous.
The question is, which book?
I don't know if
Look,
that's
I'm
serious or...
I'm just saying, there's a couple of purples next to a couple of greens, and you got a purple book.
Yes. But I was hoping you guys didn't see that.
Dude, that's...
It's a family weight game, and we're not a family.
Tom is a Dutch monkey.
Oh,
You found
shit.
his secret identity.
Well, that's news to me. Fuck you too, buddy.
Tom's the stroopwafel, is what he is.
Dude, I'm so bad you can't get good stroopwafels in Perth.
Never had a strip waffle.
It's
They're
like
good.
2 waffles.
Good to have you
Together
here
with
again,
caramel
again.
and
I'm
stuff
glad
on the
we
inside.
managed to
Yeah,
catch
it's
you
pretty
before
good.
your
Sounds like it would
bedtime.
hurt my teeth, but would totally worth it.
really thin waffle.
Yeah.
So like, you know the waffle cones? So like they're that like thin waffle.
I love a good waffle.
They're
We should go to Ben and Jerry's
they're-
after dinner tonight.
They're basically...
No, we should go to Holland.
They're basically...
I'm legitimately sad for
A
Holland right
biscuit.
now. They went back into
Lockdown?
lockdown this week. and Climax, the biggest hardstyle part of the year, was supposed to be tonight. They were literally like, they had started setting it up and then go, no, you're in lockdown. No one can go.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Bones, John, all you're doing is just reminding Tom how much he's upset that he wasn't actually born in the Netherlands.
My best friend growing up was Dutch.
I had a Dutch friend.
Were they imaginary?
So,
Yeah, I don't have a real president. Van, cool.
Kai, you put your green...
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was my turn. I can't activate it until to activate the book's another turn.
Oh, is it?
So the
you're,
gem
like,
just
lining
hangs
it.
out there for now.
Nice. And when do you get to blap things?
On his turn.
On my turn, I can activate the spell if I want to,
Instead of taking a gem.
instead of
Gotcha.
taking a gem. Yeah.
Gratata.
Look, I'm just saying, you've got two different things that if you, like, literally, if you take a gem, you'll score a victory point right now.
Yes, I see.
Which is why I took from here rather than there, because Lachlan was guaranteed to get a victory point either way. Whereas this way, I would have allowed Beck to get a victory point. Sorry. I'm not that nice, Beck. Explain the rules, but I will use
Alright,
them.
one
Crush you.
victory point for me for taking the last gem
Player 3.
in this zone between me and Tom. And then I'm going to put this one over here, and I'm going to take this spellbook.
That is the tightest.
It is
Bag seal.
so tight.
Beck and I love each other very much, but also, what a jerk, I hate her.
Alright, so get your victory point, sir,
Yes, one victory point.
and put it face down so we don't know what it is. And then take 4 gems and put them on there. But don't look
See,
at them.
this mechanic just relies on people forgetting stuff. Like, you know, you're supposed to play your victory points face down.
Does
so
that
people-
feel good?
It felt.
It's like those stress balls that you can get that are literally like balls that stick to the underside of your table so that you can then grab them.
Oh. Interesting.
Did it feel like that?
Not comfortable talking
Family
about
stream!
what it felt like.
Family stream!
I
Family
zoned
stream,
out.
family
I
game.
was reading chat and then I just tuned back in balls and I'm just like, and I'm out again.
And I'm back out of here. Fair.
Hey chat, what's going on?
Alright, I'm taking...
I already saw Tom trying to cheat on the first turn. I'm content for the night. It's already happened again. It doesn't take long.
I'm taking a purple and I'm putting it over here.
Nice.
Alrighty. Sick.
It is my turn and I'm thinking.
Gotcha. So you could... So if you put like another gem on here, right? And then your turn is to activate a spellbook. So you activate both because you put the gems on there. It's all coming together.
It's all coming together.
It's making sense now.
Yeah, it's a weird game to learn because of all the different ways you can score, but once you're playing, you're like, I got 2 options. And I'm building up to one of those options.
I'm going to take a green gem and put it on my spell.
What are the tokens of gems? They are a random part of setup so that the board isn't always the same. They are gems that cannot be removed but can be used for scoring. So now that I have put my purple gem on here, I can, spoiler alert for what I'm trying to do, activate this purple gem and draw lines out of it and score for every purple gem that hits.
You've only got 2 points on that so far.
No, 3.
No, 2.
2.
Oh,
This is not.
It's from these lines. not the-
Hexagons.
Hexagons are bestigons. Yep, I do my
Hexagons
line.
are
wrong.
bestigons.
But you score for the gem that you pick as well.
Yeah.
I'm going to take this here red.
1 point to the
Gem?
man over here.
Thank you.
1 point to the man with the crusty shirt.
I thought you were saying my shirt was unwashed for a moment, but it's
No,
got
crusty's
crusty
on.
on it. I was like, crusty.
I was like, Beck, come on, get your head out together.
Now this red one. I'll tell you where this red one's going to go. This red one's going to go here.
Oh, heck.
I was at my victory point for the...
Yep, that's it.
Nice.
All right, well, while Carl's doing that, I'm going to pick up this one and get
Can you just
myself...
hold the bag for me for a second? No reason.
There's your mystery
Sure, man.
point.
I'll do it.
It's not a victory point, it's a mystery point.
Mystery
And then I'm
points.
going to put it on here, onto my spell.
Oh, look at that. So that's the border keeper. 1 point for all the crystals that are on that edge, and that's it's a pretty good play. Seeing as you're guaranteed at least 1 point, even if someone doesn't blap stuff away.
1 point, 3 points. It's
Guaranteed
yellows.
1 point, but if we blap these yellow ones away, then you won't get them.
Because
That's
we
true.
could zip zap them away.
Zip, upside down
Zap them
fairy.
away. That's how you do it, guys.
Those are definitely words that you're saying again.
It's the AML stream now.
So who's going hard in Multiverses, the game that makes UI Shaggy a reality?
Yeah, it's like the Warner Brothers game. It's the Smash Bros game.
Smash Bros. Warner Brothers. That's
yeah.
right. Because isn't there like Shaggy versus? Good job, Lachlan.
Sorry.
Shaggy versus like the
Aria,
guys from Adventure Time.
Batman, Adventure Time. Yeah, there's some
Wait,
weird
is that
like.
different from the Nickelodeon one that just came out?
Yeah, it's different from Nickelodeon.
What?
So there's
Yeah.
like a Nickelodeon one, right? And then
So the
there's
Nickelodeon
also...
one, the channel who is best known for their voice actors, who didn't put voice acting in their game, and then Warner Brothers is like fully voice acted game. Not calling anyone out.
Wild.
I thought the gem mixing
Adventure
was
Time, yeah?
static
That's
for a
exciting.
second.
All right, what do I want to do? I want to take this green one and put it on this purple page because that just seems like a good play.
Ooh. That's wild.
Rebecca, it is now your turn. You got some stuff on your books. What are you looking at?
I'm gonna take this purple one and put it on my green page.
That's
Oh, heck. I wish I was on the purple-green bandwagon, but I'm not.
cute. True, but Kai looks like he's
so
about
now
to activate.
I might be about to activate. So
Which means he's going to get to blap a gem away and stop the rest of us from
So-
scoring as much.
Nice.
yeah, so if I'm activating, sorry, let me just
This book, you get to
make
do
sure
both,
I've got
right?
my head around
Yep.
my first activation.
Let's have a look at what you're activating.
So the first one I will activate is one of the two that I will activate, I should say, is the Forest Wisp.
It's free to play as well.
We love a good free to play
Oh,
here.
Damn. All right.
Wow, free to play.
Just, yeah, but like Brawlhalla didn't do so great in comparison. There was the Brawl
Brawlhalla
Out.
was okay.
Yeah,
It
and, then
has
there,
a dedicated.
and then there was like the Brawl Out, which is like another one, which is like the first 3D one that they had on PC. So there have been attempts at that Smash sort of game
Smash
type
came
already.
before, but Smash just puts the effort into
Smash is definitely the
make
king of
it all
that
work.
mountain.
The King of the
I'd
Mountain.
love to see it taken down a peg, but
Sure, I'd like to see anyone else because like
Oh, spooky bit.
that's very spooky.
Thanks, Ali.
all right. So,
What are you activating? Forest Wisps.
So first, I will activate the Forest Wisps, which I have a green gem on a purple wisp.
Mhm.
So if I select the green, and I select this one,
Yep.
then the purples that are adjacent to it, of which there are 3,
Mhm.
I will score 4. So I will score 3 points.
Nice.
Nicely done.
3 mystery points.
Next, I have my Bright Way, which is red, so I can pick a red, the one red, and draw a line from that red, and as long as I keep hitting different colors, so bing, bing, bing,
Yep. So
I
3
get
points.
3 more points.
Nice.
Good plays.
For the sake of argument, it would have been the exact same if I'd gone this way, because bing, 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 and then I've already hit a purple.
Exactly. And now
3
you
points.
get to destroy
Now-
one gem
I get to
on the board.
kill a gem. So what have you guys got? Tom can do the same thing that I did,
Yep.
which would let him get 3 points. If I was to murder this purple,
I will hate you, yes.
I can drop him down to a mere 2 points.
You
Yep.
literally ruin all of my
And
plans, yes.
change how many you get with the lines.
Literally the best play for you. You absolute bellend.
I don't
Wow.
think you're a bellend.
Can you just stop with all these ball
Family
jokes?
game. And then the 2 gems that were on my
Good night,
book
Arlia.
and the
Thanks for
gem that
joining
I
us, and thank you
destroyed.
for the bits.
Bye, thanks for stopping in. And the book itself all go to
Disappear.
the nether realm.
Nicely done. Appreciate the heck out of you.
That's my turn.
All right. Well, I see. Yeah, that kind of sucks, Kai, that you did that.
Sometimes
I
you speak
also
words
sound-
I don't know the meaning of to sound more photosynthesis.
Don't talk about Gang Beasts as crappy stuff until you've played against Billy. Billy gets that game. Billy will destroy people at that game. He understands those controls on another level.
But yeah, I'd definitely say like if they're catering for a more casual audience, which would be good. Like PlayStation tried, but they just did not pull it off. But nothing will beat out the Digimon brawling game they had, Digimon
PlayStation
Brawl
1
2 or whatever.
brawl game.
So good.
Start out as the little worm boy and then just...
You could evolve your Digimon in the fighting arena. It was a Smash game,
That's pretty cool.
but it was PS1 as well, so it's pretty old.
I just don't dig Smash games, honestly.
I'm not good at them, but I enjoy them.
Yeah, that's my
But
experience.
that's it, right? Like they said, it's like for the casual audience, would work out well.
Yeah.
What are you feeling, Lachlan?
I'm not feeling a lot, to be honest. Because Kai blapped the You blapped the wrong one.
I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
What a
No,
big
I wouldn't
jerk.
be.
Absolute jerk.
Complete bell end.
Why? What were you? What?
No, you know what? No, it's fine.
You can't. You had nothing to do with purples or greens.
Shh. It's fine. All right. Shh.
What are you? You're off your chops.
You're off your chops. All right. So if I put it on the board though, then I'm not going to
You
get a
don't get a
spell
book, no.
Yeah, which kind of defeats the purpose of
Exactly.
it in the
So
first place.
which book are you considering putting it on?
Oh, yeah. Blue's not really good on ebooks right now, so we're going to do a Kai there. We're going to choose that red, and we're going to put it onto my red in a row.
Nice. Nice. Do I activate my book now for a quick 4 points?
I get that reference.
Or do I wait? And punish Kai for his first player advantage. And try and set up some more books.
Oh, that was a good crack. Oh, did you hear that?
I didn't. But
My shoulders are super tense at the moment. Although I learned you can pretty much skull kick to punk songs last night.
Well, yeah, it's Ska Punk.
I don't know if that's actually what it's called, but if you just like
Dude,
kick
that was-
one way, kick the other.
Skanking.
Kick one way, kick the other.
That's
I don't
some
know.
words, man.
Yeah. Skanking.
Anyway,
You're up, man.
I'm up. I'm going to do that. I'm going to score the points. I think that's my best play. I'm going to activate my purple-green combo here. So I'm going to pick the center purple and draw a line out. And it would have been 3 points, but Kai's a jerk. So I'm going to get 2 points for this bad boy.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to pick the green one and score for the purples touching it. And I'm going to get another 2 points.
Wild.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm going to black this red one off the board.
I hate you.
Yeah, I'm well away.
You are the worst.
Yeah.
you are the worst.
there are more crystals getting blacked than I thought there
Don't
was
they
going
go back
to be.
into the bag?
But
No,
they're-
because the bag needs to run
the
out.
bag needs to.
You might be right, actually.
I feel like it's a different condition that ends the game.
well, the end game.
Remove any one crystal from the map and return it to the crystal bag.
Oh, okay. So I kill a purple
heck.
and you kill
and
the
kill
red. Okay.
Good call.
So it's just the
Rebecca.
ones from the books that go. There you go.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Beck,
keeping
with
us
the rules.
honest.
Because otherwise, this game would be over in 5 minutes.
There's nothing
Fair.
wrong with that. All right,
wrong with
Beck,
quick
you're
game.
up.
What are you thinking, Rebecca?
At the moment, I could activate my spellbook and get a guaranteed 4 points and just get in on the point game. Because with the Northern Lights, I've got 2 zones with green in them. And then with the Forest Wisps, obviously I can just...
Copy me.
I mean, I would do it that way, but, you know, whatever.
Just to not copy me.
And then, or I could place a gem on the board, try and get some extra points somewhere, and then just claim.
Yeah, see, I didn't want to take the chance to not get points, because then you could activate stuff and blap it away from me. But now that I've blapped away, you've got the time to wait. I could have blapped away from you, but Lachlan's sitting next to me
Gem or
taking all
black?
my gems, so...
All of
What?
these gems.
What's wrong,
could-
what's
you
wrong
could-
with the gems?
Black be yellow so Lachlan doesn't get it.
Shut up, Kai. Shut up.
Do it. Blap Lachlan's yellow.
Or you could place more gems because there's not very many gems.
There aren't.
How many times have y'all played this game? This is my second time playing,
This is my second playthrough too.
First time.
because we play a lot of board games, and not everyone gets to play board games all at the same time, so...
Yep.
But we are aiming to do 2 playthroughs today. This as the base game, and then the second game with a few expansions.
Expansion.
Expansion.
It's Schmelzer. The Winter Queen.
Schmelzer.
Legally distinct smelter.
I mean, I
Schmelzer.
totally get what they're going for. It's like my kid is young enough to have been like really into.
Well, the Winter Queen's a idea that's been around a lot longer.
Oh,
than-
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Frozen didn't invent it.
Yeah, Frozen did not pioneer the idea of
Yeah.
the Snow Queen.
But I think for a lot of,
Yeah.
especially kids, it's certainly the
Almost
first
like
thing that's
Disney's
going to jump
monopoly
into
on
people's.
culture is not good.
Sorry?
It's almost like Disney's monopoly on culture is not good.
I mean, Disney's the reason
almost.
why copyright law is fucked.
But I can see, someone being like, "Oh, I want to get my kid into board games." Just that image is enough to get a lot of kids into.
100%.
This board game, I think.
100%.
trying to gauge difficulty on entry based on how you execute your turns. It is one of those simple to play because all you're doing is either picking up gens and putting them down or activating them. It's the activating that gets weird and trying to plan forward for that. I feel like if you're playing with people who are just, and we'll talk about our review at the end. If you're watching on YouTube, skip ahead if you want to see the review. It's all
But then come back.
and then come back and watch us play. If you're trying to plan your turns, you can kind of do it, but if you're just like the kind of person who's throwing stuff on the board and I'm doing my best, you're going to have just as good a time.
See, again, says like, I just love winter and ice, snow as my favorite element, so I'm sold. See, for us, snow is not a thing. Like,
Hexagons
But I
are
think that
Vestigons.
adds a whole, for me personally, I think I love snow more because I've only seen it once.
Yeah.
You know? It's like a mystical.
yeah, I don't know, because I guess it's not familiar as well. Like,
Yeah,
it's a very
sort of an alien,
unfamiliar,
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
territory, because it does not snow here at all, in the slightest.
Especially coming into this time of year, seeing like White Christmas,
I want a white
images
Christmas so
of like
bad.
Let's be
villages
honest.
and things covered in snow. Beautiful.
Summer Christmas is better than cold Christmas.
Like, I'm sure it is,
You're only
right?
saying that because that's what you know. Cold
Yeah.
Christmas is
I think it's
Sitting in
superior.
the pool,
Is what,
drinking
superior?
beer,
Superior.
is so much better than sitting by the fireside drinking beer.
I mean, you can sit by the fire. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's a big call.
Dude,
Sitting by
I
the
really-
fireside
I really
with
want a
like
cold-
cognac or like a mulled wine in front of the fireplace.
Man,
that would also
in a
be
cabin,
amazing.
like
Yeah.
made of wood.
Some soft snow
Oh,
outside. That
dude,
would
that
also be
sounds
beautiful. They can
amazing.
both be good.
Also, just the sound of a quiet world after a fresh fallen snow. It's
See, I've never
Sounds-
experienced
it's a
that.
level of serene that you just can't
Awful.
understand.
We cannot.
No.
No.
No,
we
because you
we
spend
live
too
in
much
a
time with
desert.
me.
Tom farts so much that you
That's
never
not
get
what I was going with, but okay.
That's what I was thinking.
I didn't hear what you said, so
I was just implying that I'm very loud.
blissfully unaware.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
your
I'm
asshole's
gonna
loud.
activate my spellbook. I was thinking about just trying to build more combos and getting more spellbooks, but then I realized it wouldn't have worked for what I was thinking. So,
Hexagons are bestigons, moron.
Hexagons are
I'm totally with
bestigons.
you again. I far prefer being cold than being hot.
I do, but Christmas is better hot.
Because you can put on a blanket. And
Let Beck take a turn, guys. Jeez.
I'm
Beck to
gonna
take a time interacting
I'm
with chat.
starting with the
torn.
Northern Lights.
I'm torn. I like shorts and shirt.
Ah, what a
Yeah.
bloody legend! His finger guns.
Tree 43605.
Thank you, Tree.
Anyway, so starting with the Northern Lights, we're gonna activate that.
Nice.
Greens gets me 2 points.
Nice.
2 mystery points. Good luck trying to figure out how many points I've got.
Oh,
What's Tom clicking over?
I don't
see
have
this
glasses
score.
on, man. I can't.
And then now after this one, do I blap a crystal from the board?
No, you activate
Once-
the other one.
And
Okay,
then
yeah,
once,
spell
once I
book.
get rid of the book, then it's blapped from the board. Okay, cool. And then I'm going to activate this one, but we're going to activate it with. I mean, it doesn't matter.
No,
either
you're
way,
scoring
so
2 points either way.
Scoring 2 points from this and get 2.
Because you could. Oh, that one. You could choose this green one, get 2 points. This green one, get 2 points. This purple one, get 2 points.
Yeah,
Is all the same.
So you lose your book.
yeah, the book.
The book goes.
And you
the
blap.
blacked one goes back in the bag.
You got to choose which one you want to blap. Ooh, interesting. She's not punishing Lachlan. He deserves it.
What? This is a family-friendly game.
I know. Right, so I don't have any books with gems on them anymore, so I kind of go back to the start of the loop almost of trying to set things
Yeah,
up.
there's an interesting progression.
Um,
What kind of temperatures are we talking again? Because you say hot, and I wonder how hot that actually gets.
Yeah, but it's a dry heat.
Yeah, but it's dry. Hey, Fireheart.
Oh,
we don't have to be elitist about the heat. Come on.
Yes, we do. We live in Australia. It's the only thing we have going for us. Everything
I
else is
will
trying to kill
never,
us.
ever live in Queensland.
Nah,
Yeah.
never.
Gross.
Gross. There's,
Anyone that
there's
choo-
Queenslanders there.
Anyone that, I was gonna say anyone that chooses to live in Queensland is a harder
People-
person than I.
People equate WA with Texas just because of the size, but
Apparently it's similar to LA.
Yeah.
So LA and Perth climate is
Perth's
apparently
weather.
the same.
Well, that's why the film industry exists in LA because the weather is so consistent, and that's why they're pushing so hard for a film industry here. Yes, please, because you can film 350 days of the year because you know what the weather's going to be like.
Yeah, but it's a
Seems
dry
like a lot.
heat.
Like
I know.
That-
Barely,
I know
there
what
is
I- I know
very
what I said.
few days of rain.
You might get
Southern
at
California.
most 2 or
Seems
3 days of rain in a row.
Yeah, they get less rain than we do.
Do they?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because the
Humid
mountains,
heat of 110
It's right there.
Fahrenheit, which is
Wreck it.
around 43 Celsius.
That's why they pull all their
That
water
is
Yeah,
from the
that's
crap.
awful.
side of the mountains.
That's Queensland
Hoover Dam
style heat.
because they don't get any rain. It's crazy. There's a
Queensland.
really
My
interesting
point
book,
was Queensland is
I can't
culturally
remember
more
the name
like
of it,
Texas.
about how they got the water for LA from all these different lakes and stuff on the other side of the mountains, and they like dried up entire towns, died because they redirected all of the water to LA, and it just killed all these little towns that relied on. It's very interesting.
Crazy.
Very interesting. Anyway, I'm gonna pick the.
I can only imagine the Northern Territory is worse than Queensland.
For humidity, yeah. I definitely believe
It's closer
that.
to the equator. But also, Queensland does go higher, if you think about the point.
From that Tropic of Capricorn, you know?
Cairns. I say Cairns,
Cairns.
Can.
but apparently that's wrong.
Cans.
I also say,
Ah!
apparently I say Melbourne wrong too.
Melbourne.
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 Yeah, you say you have like more of an R. You're like,
Yeah.
Yeah, her mouth goes out, our mouth goes in. Melbourne.
Please never do that again.
Yeah, he did that to
I
me.
didn't want to look so intently at Tom's
We
lips
were-
ever again.
We were having this
conversation.
conversation the other day, and he's like, Melbourne. And I was like, please stop.
That land, it belongs to the crocodiles. The crocodiles, man.
I'm going to put a blue one in this little corner.
Blue
over
one
here.
in the blue area, that's crazy.
Take that.
You'll love to see it.
Wild.
What are you thinking, Lachlan?
Wow, I can't believe how long it's taken to come around to my turn again. I've actually
We've
forgotten
had a
what
lot
the
of
fuck I was doing.
conversations.
Maybe we won't get 2 games in.
Alright, blue's going over here.
Chat's been
Interesting.
chatty today.
Chat's keeping themselves entertained, which is important.
Yep.
I am...
Because we all know that we're not entertaining, so you got to entertain yourselves.
I'm certainly not.
Yeah, humid 43 degrees is hot. That's
Humid 43 degrees is garbage.
hot. The hottest I've ever felt was in New Orleans. And
Nolans?
even at night, like it was 10 o'clock at night,
Mm.
and it was so hot just because the humidity was insane.
Yeah, that sucks. You know that crystal cave that's in Mexico or somewhere. They're like those giant crystals, and they look like regular sized
I
crystals. but
saw
then
a
you see
TikTok
people
about that the other day.
hang green.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, like it was insane, right? So basically, it's so hot in there that they have to wear respirators and special suits because the weather is like 50 degrees and the humidity is 100%. And
Because
so apparently,
it used to be filled with water and they managed to drain the water out. But not all of the water remained and it all just evaporated into the air of the cave. And because it can't escape and the humidity is 100%, it means you literally drown on land if you're not using a respirator in that cave.
you literally drown
Fucking
from
heck.
the
Just
air.
put a fan in.
Just from the air, you drown.
That's wild.
That's
Because
insane.
our bodies are cooler than the air outside. The water we breathe in cools down in our lungs.
Oh man, that's terrifying.
Oh,
I hate
no.
that.
Now,
No.
apparently, that cave is refilled with water and you can't go in there anymore.
That sounds like for the best,
Yeah.
honestly.
Jesus.
I think it's
How do you
still.
think
I
they
think
found that
no.
out?
I think even
Oh.
though it's still really hot in there, even with the water, and that's why it's also so humid because there's water in there. So the water is like,
Yeah.
That's horrific.
dude, that's messed up.
And just stumbling in there, like, without just how accidentally can you end up in a cave? I don't know. But
Yeah.
just,
I mean, there are definitely people that have done it.
this is bad.
Speaking of crystals, we've all ended up with like 2 on each board because no one wants to give the other person 1 crystal and 3 victory points.
It's,
What do you think,
We all have the
Rebecca?
same
Who are you
strategy.
going to give victory points to?
Do it.
I'm pretty sure that both of Tom's 10s, mine are all just like ones.
Do
aren't
it.
they? I don't know.
Yeah, I've definitely scored 10 points.
I'm gonna take that one. I'm gonna
10
put
points to
it
Gryffindor.
there, and I'm gonna take that.
Nicely done.
Mm.
That's some cool books you got over there, Rebecca.
alright.
That's some wild
Right,
things
Kai,
going on here.
you've got books. Do you want more books? Or
Alright, well, I'm going to take the purple
Yep.
and put it on a book, I think. Book!
Nice.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to take this blue and put it on here.
Big plays.
Big
Well, you got
plays.
2
Big
fully stacked
plays.
books now.
I do, and that's because like everyone did all their book things, and now the board's filled up again, and I'm like, ooh.
Dangerous.
And no one's going to be able to nuke any
Look at
gems
that.
for a little while. You're like,
Yeah.
My gems are truly outrageous. But then I'll be on the back foot again, because then I'll do my book and then have to like, you guys will have your stuff back. So now I'm out of rotation.
Yeah. You know when you think about putting something somewhere and then you realize it would just give Lachlan a bunch of points, so you definitely shouldn't do it?
You should do it. That sounds like a great idea.
Sounds like a great idea.
Dude, lock it in. Get it in there.
He's doing.
Put it on there.
Doing the yellow with the
You know
borders.
you want to do it.
No, actually what I was thinking about was putting this one here.
1 point to Tom.
But I'm going to take
no.
this one.
1 point to Tom.
I'll take that 1 point.
So where are you putting it?
I don't know.
Obviously not next to the border. Put it next to the border. Put it on the outside. Put it on around the outside. Around the outside. But also, in Qatar right now as well, they're seeing an average of 50 degrees heat, which would just be awful. Like,
I'll come back to Qatar
could
in a
you
moment.
imagine?
No,
you
let's
won't.
not do that. Let's leave that not on the table.
But obviously, like, they're in the Middle East and stuff, like, where they've got major cities, obviously peaking or averaging 50 degrees. I'm like, that is awful. I have been in 50-degree heat, and it is not enjoyable. My
Yeah, but
shoes
is it-
melted.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
it was in Egypt.
Oh wow.
So-
In the middle of Kings Canyon or whatever it's called.
All I was going to say on Qatar, because we all know Qatar's a terrible place. The Formula One is there this weekend, and Lewis Hamilton has rocked up with a Pride helmet.
Nice.
Love that guy. Want him to lose the championship. Love the man. Hey Beck, it's your turn.
I'm gonna take this.
When nature
I'm gonna take
water
this
bends
blue
you.
gem. Put it there.
Points
Get it.
for Rebecca.
Mystery point. And that's my turn.
Oh, you took the blue. Dang, nabbit.
Fill that board in, Rebecca.
Did you get your gem? Did you get your point?
I did. I grabbed my mystery point.
Can you please put a blue on there? Beck!
Everyone wants the blues now.
The scarcity in this game makes it very interesting. You're right, Beck, in the similarities to Azul in that regard.
Really want
I'm digging it actually. Like I'm enjoying it a lot more than I thought I would enjoy it because it is so simple.
You hear family weight and you're like, oh.
But you know what? The good thing about family weight is that it's just like it's so casual and you don't have to stress as much. Like you can finish the game and then be like, let's
yeah.
play again. And I think that I actually probably am enjoying this more than Azul.
Ooh, that's a big call. We'll come back to that in the review. Timestamps down below.
It's live, Tom. There's no timestamps yet.
I'm helping YouTube out. YouTube audience,
YouTube.
we care about YouTube just as much as we care about Twitch. Good to see you.
We care about you too.
Tom, Kai, please.
Oh,
You want a high five?
thank you. I thought that was pretty.
That was pretty good. Give him a high five.
Don't look at me.
Don't look at me.
I heard a crazy fact the other day that the high five was invented in like 1968 or something.
crazy,
Like
right?
relatively
Yeah.
recently.
That is
Wild.
pretty quiet.
Like, clapping's existed for a while. Why aren't we clapping
Apparently,
with other
apparently
people?
low fives existed for like
Oh.
longer, but the
Makes
high
sense.
five was invented by a baseball player in like 1968 or something.
Was it just
Crazy.
the prelude to just like smacking the butt?
I was
They're
about to
like,
say,
this would be cool.
someone's
So they
butt was
wanted to
getting
go up
right in
and then
there.
go low.
They went to smack each other's butt and went,
Whoa!
That's terrible.
moments
Okay,
that changed the world.
I am going to This is rubbish. This is rubbish. What's going on everyone's board? There's a lot
Literally
of
nothing.
crazy things going on.
There's
literally
something
nothing.
happening on the
Okay,
board.
so I'm gonna activate this one right here.
Oh shit! What's
This
that
one
got?
right here. So this one here, we've got different areas, so isolated gems, and we've got blue as the appropriate color. So 1, 2, 3, and then have no other blues next to
Send
them.
that out again, please, and thank you.
1, 2, 3, with no blues around it. I actually did that like Count Dracula joke to a coworker once, and they literally dropped whatever they were holding, and it was like a flat pack desk, and it was just like, and it was like, because she had like a Sesame Street like birthday party for her child, and she just fucking died. And I was like, it's not even that funny. Like, it's just like it's just the count. But
count.
you know what? It's funnier for some people.
Is it
And then I'm
count or
choosing.
count one count. I'm making
Choosing
that
the
up.
red for a straight line,
I think he's
using
count
this
one count.
red here. Surprise, surprise. I could have used the other one. It's the same amount of points. So we're going 1, 2, 3.
I don't know if you get the 3.
Yeah, I think they need
think
to
if
Does it
there's
not?
a-
It counts itself, right?
Yeah, no, but I don't think it.
One victory point for crystals
linear.
of different colors on the line drawn from the chosen crystal. It
There
doesn't
is an explanation
say
for
they
it.
have
So
to
if
be
they have a
adjacent.
Yeah, that's a
they have a
fair
gap-
point.
Well,
It's
it
just a
counts.
straight line.
Please hold.
Through the spaces
Auto
with
box
the crystals
online.
of different colors.
Yeah, and YouTube took away the dislike counter. So say whatever you want now. Yeah, I don't think that was a great call. The example I saw was like fake trailers, which are obviously really prevalent on YouTube. Usually, if you click on a fake trailer, it's got a dislikes are through the roof, and there's not many likes. Now you click on a fake trailer, you don't know until you see a clip from Game of Thrones and you go, hang on a second, that's not from that movie.
Look,
I know that.
All right, guys.
the-
Rulings. Here we go. Verdicts in.
it just says on the line. It doesn't say adjacent. So
It's a straight line.
get your
Straight line.
6 points all up, please and thank you.
6 points. Mystery points is what I'm saying.
Mystery points.
Mystery points. All right, so we take that. We get rid of the spell book, and these go away.
And then you get to
And
blap
then
someone.
we blap this blue one.
You.
You
Back in the bag.
absolute weenie. You're a total weenie.
It means it's coming back, guys. It's in the bag to come back later.
What an absolute weenie.
You can be as mean or as kind as you like in this game.
Yeah, boy.
Or you can just be Lachlan and just be a weenie.
Family-friendly stream.
Weenie's a family friendly.
Alright, I'm gonna take this red one for the 3 points.
Victory point for Tom.
1 victory point for Tom.
I'm gonna put it in the blue.
There you are, Tom.
Blue? No, blue sucks. Oh, we've taken all the red ones, damn.
Well, yeah.
Do it, sir. Do it.
you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna put it over here. I'm gonna
Do
take
it.
this one.
Oh,
I can't take one. What the fuck am I on about? I've already got
Oh,
Stuff.
no, he's going to put it on
No,
his
he's got
board now.
3.
Dude,
Would that
I
change
gave you
your
a
decision
single
for your
point.
gem?
No, I'm absolutely taking this for the 3 point.
Cool, well, I've given you the point anyway.
There's a good place to put it. That wasn't it, but
It
go
is,
off, sis.
it is a valid point. Lucky is a weenie. Thanks.
Got him. Valid.
If this was YouTube, I would dislike that. But I
dis-
can't, because they
Just
took it
dislike
away.
it now. Just be like, nah.
Physical.
What a good laugh.
That's
I'm
what it'll
putting
be in the metaverse. You'll be like scrolling through posts and just
Fucking
actively.
metaverse.
I haven't even watched the Metaverse trailer. Tom, you need to fill up the
Yes.
gem pool
That's what I'm doing.
Gem
storage.
storage spot.
Crystal storage.
Someone give me my point.
Crystals.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, cool. That's what I thought.
I did. And I said it
Alright,
multiple
we
times so
get-
we wouldn't forget.
A red, a green, a yellow, and a purple. No
Nice.
blues. Sucks to be
Look at
you.
that variety. Variety pack.
So variety.
Rebecca, back to you. You got some cool stuff going on over there.
Do I?
You got gems on your board already.
Gem.
You're gonna activate
Are
them
there
now
many
or
gems
keep
left
trying
in
to... Let's find out. There's a few.
Just shake it. Yeah,
Shake
that's a
it.
few.
Shake it.
There's a few, but not a lot.
Alright, Beck, what do you got? What you got?
Need more books, Beck.
Sorry for blapping that blue.
No, you're
No,
not.
you're not.
I'm so not.
Are you?
No, I'm not. Because this happened to me, so. It
Family-friendly, guys.
even hinders me because
That-
I could have, like, used that blue.
It's true.
Means you have to be friendly to your family.
God, I looked around the table and was like, who's doing what? And I was like, blue. Black. Damn it.
She.
I was one of the people that I was looking at.
You forgot you are, in fact, a people.
Are people a person?
One people.
Okay.
One
I'm just trying to
singular
think.
people.
I'm gonna take this yellow.
Uh-huh.
That's gonna go
Wow,
on
wild,
that book there.
Wild. Yes.
Love to see it.
Loves to see it.
Good play, Rebecca. What
my
book
turn.
did you put it on? Because can you push your book closer, please, and thank you? Appreciate it. Oh, that was a bit far.
Too
but
far.
okay.
Too far.
I'm gonna activate this book of double whammies.
Whoa.
Of course, you had to before someone came along and fucked you over.
Yeah.
I
for
said,
sure.
dang it, when you killed that blue, but secretly I was like, yes. Because it cleared up an extra spot
Damn.
around this guy.
Man, you fucked
So
up.
1, 2, 3, 4
Yeah, I did.
victory points for that.
Yep.
And then for the yellows that are
Magical
isolated, 1, 2,
clouds.
3, 4. So a total of 8.
8 mystery points.
Kai, can you stop winning?
So 5, a 2, and a 1.
6, 7, 8. We're gonna have to start making change soon, I think.
But how
Can't
do we
make
do that?
change. We don't know what we've scored.
We're allowed to look at our own scores, but no one else's.
It's all secrets
So
all
those
the way
two go in
down.
the bin. And
do
then
you
I
get
get
a
a black one.
Oh,
Let's
that's
have a
not the
look.
button I want.
just gonna make change for you guys now.
Lachlan needs yellows on the outside.
Round
Round the
outside.
outside.
And
Round the
blues
outside.
in different zones, of which there's 2. So right now that book is worth like 4 points to Lachlan. Tom wants straight lines starting with red. There's like a 3 there. It's a 2.
there's one here
That's
as
a
well.
nothing. That's a 3.
It's
That's
okay.
worth like 3 points. Beck over here
She's got some shit going on. This yellow one
is
here,
making 2,
2. Yeah,
2.
it's 4 points. It's wild.
So both of your books are worth 4 points. But I think Lachlan is winning. So
Says you, Mr. Royce.
I'm not going to hurt myself. So
But you are a people as well. Just think about it.
I think I'm going to have to kill this one.
I hate you.
Because
You're dead to me.
I can't find a way to hurt 2 of you at once.
Should have used it earlier.
It's not a good person.
I don't think I can hurt 2 of you at once.
Just keep hurting Lachlan, it's fine.
Oh, actually, I can hurt 2 of you at once by taking that one instead.
Wow.
What a bad guy.
He's a bad guy.
He is 100% a bad guy.
Hate that guy. How y'all doing? Thank you for being here. This is... How you feeling about this game so far?
Hate it.
Hate it?
Hate
Having
it.
a bad
I'm
time?
enjoying it. I think I like that it's
I think I prefer it at a lower player count.
as heavy or
Ooh,
as light
interesting.
as you like.
I think 3 would be good. I think 3 would be a good
I
player
remember enjoying this game a lot more when we were playing 3-player.
Because I think 3 players, then you've only got like the 3 pools, and you're just like, you're taking from like 2 people. Because you and Beck and like those other 2, I'm just like, yeah, who cares? It's all the way over there.
Anyway, Lachlan.
Oof. The choices. The choices are endless.
Actually, you've got 3 choices. You can
No.
take a gem and put it on the map. You
Nope.
can take a gem and put it on your book, or
Nope.
you can use a book.
No.
There's 3 choices.
Oh my god, you're so right.
So I'm going to take this yellow. I'm going to put it over here. And I'm going to take this book. Book! Get your book.
Tom, it's your
Get
turn.
your books!
God, it's my turn already.
Yes.
What do you mean already?
There's been so many things happening. I don't know
Anyway.
what's going on.
How are you guys going?
I'm good.
Do you
man.
have
How
a
are
busy Christmas lined up?
I have no
And
idea.
what are we? It's the 20th of November. Hot damn. Coming close to the end of November. November has flown by.
Scary how quick this year has just flown by, I think.
I'm going to take this blue and put it on my board. On my book one, because then I get to pick mine and someone else's, and for every blue I've got and every blue they've got,
It's only on the
I only
chosen
pick one other person.
And it's
right.
only one other book.
Yeah, only one
No,
other
it's
book.
all their books.
Oh.
It's all their books.
All right.
Chosen opponents for books.
Yeah, but it's possible Beck is about to activate hers, so it's not as good a play. But we'll see what happens.
Let's see how it plays out, Cotton.
If the gold being secret doesn't turn out to be a big deal, that looks like the game that would really suit those beautiful metal gaming coins. Yes, my biggest criticism of this game is that all the different victory points are the same color.
I don't think that's the worst thing in the world because you're not trading them in, they're just victory points. It's annoying when you've got a game where you've got an economy and they're the same color, right? Because they're victory points, it's like, okay, cool, we've separated them out, or you just take the ones that you need. But if it's like a game like, I think Nidavellir does it, where it's like they're all just the same color, right? But there's no economy that.
But
What else is there?
Inevitably has them all in order. And
Does Sheriff have different colors? Like silvers,
Yeah,
bronze, and stuff?
silver and gold.
Yeah, there's definitely a few games that we've had, and like it comes up, and you just go, why are they all gold? Like 1s and 5s and 10s.
Hey Tom, if I redeem added game for voting right now, will that be for whenever the one after November happens? Yes. Can't promise. Most likely it'll be January, but can't promise because we haven't actually looked that far in the future to see when the Australia Day weekend lands and what we'll be doing at the end of January.
Yeah.
But yes, if you add a game right now, it will be for the next vote. It's just entirely possible that vote won't be until February. Hey Beck, what are you doing?
Thinking,
Yeah, that's tough, buddy.
y'all are jerks.
Oh, there we go.
Letter Jam.
I've never heard of that game.
Apparently it's really good.
I don't forget it again.
Is it new?
No.
Okay.
It's like 2018, 17.
Pretty sure it's
Well, for those of you who aren't sure what's going on and what conversation we're happening while Beck thinks, every single month here we let you vote on a game for us to play. People can use their channel points, like just happened, to put forward a game, and then everybody here on Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter gets to vote on what game we play at the end of the month, so keep your eyes peeled. That vote happens 2 hours into every board game stream, so whether that is on a Saturday or an odd Sunday stream when we stream with TLN, we'll come back to that, because TLN is next week. And then about 3-4 hours after the stream over on YouTube and Twitter. So keep your eyes peeled, get your votes in, get the games that you want to see happening on the table. So TLN is next week. We were supposed to be streaming from here in the studio, but a couple things have changed. But we will be live 6 o'clock Australian Western Standard Time with some form of digital board game action.
Nice. Yep. Nice.
I'm trying to decide what to do. Because y'all have
Fucked it.
hurt me.
Correction. Kai hurt you.
Kai's a bad guy.
He's a
Bad guy.
Earlier in the stream, I was the nice guy explaining rules, but now apparently I'm the bad guy for using the rules.
Bad guy
Play
being a
the
big
game.
jerk.
How dare you? Bless you.
Yeah,
Thank
bud.
you.
I was going to say, is that what that was? Oh, you had the hiccups for a second.
No, I sneezed. I just don't have any good books.
What kind of game is Letter Jam, Moron? Give me the elevator pitch.
If it's not a spelling game, then I'm not interested.
You mean if it's not, or if it is?
It's not.
If it's not a spelling game, you're
God,
not
I hope it's
interested.
not a spelling game. I'm so bad at spelling.
What was that one that Wade gave me? I can't remember what it was called.
Is that the one where Wade's bald?
No. But that was a pretty good
Wade's bald?
spelling game.
I don't know what game that was. I have unspoken
Oh, the
words.
book?
Unspeakable words. I still haven't played it.
No.
I had
It
the
was a
book
good-
one. Bring your own book. I had that.
All right, I'm gonna
Beck's
do,
doing a thing.
I'm gonna do this.
Grab the green gem.
Grab that. I'm gonna do
It is a spelling game. There you go.
Beck,
I'll
you're
be
in.
Terrible
Spelling
at
it.
it.
All right. Roughly how many gems are left in the bag, Rebecca? Can you give it a quick shake? Because I'm trying to decide if I activate some stuff or if I start planning for endgame. Like, I've got a little bit of points.
It's like, do you just activate with one gem on your book so that,
Yeah.
that way it's like you just get them happening?
Yeah.
It takes so long to like activate
About
them.
2
And like
weeks.
how few points
we
you
got
get.
time. We got time. What are you feeling, Kai?
Elevator pitch. 2 sentences. Go.
Still waiting for your copy of Ghost Rider Phantom Inc. Well, Phantom Inc. sent me an email, or Resident sent me an email the other day because we were like, yeah, we want to put it on our best of, but obviously we can't because the name changed. Spoilers for those who missed out on that scenario. I believe that game is getting printed and shipped very soon, so keep your eyes peeled. And it is in our best of 2021 video, which might come out next week or the week
Well,
after.
I say you just do a crappy Photoshop edit where you like put the Phantom Ink cover over the Ghost Rider box, but it does like that really janky tracking.
Kai trying to...
Was Phantom Ink this year?
Yeah.
This is how long this year has felt.
Dude, that must have been like really early in the year.
We filmed it in May?
B?
Maybe.
God damn. Hey, Kai, what'd you do, you big jerk? Doing things from people
Yeah, what did
can't
you
see?
do? I didn't know
Well,
it was my turn.
Everyone was talking. I didn't want to stop the show to. All right, I took
No,
the yellow
you gotta,
one.
You gotta explain
took
what
the
you're doing.
yellow from
Yep.
this crystal storage and put it on my book.
Mhm.
On this page
Cute.
of my
Nice.
book.
I like it.
All
I
right,
like
Lachlan,
it.
what are you doing?
Okay. I am going to...
Do it. Why are you waiting on the yellow border? Just activate it now.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna activate my book. So I was thinking about it.
He's just waiting for like there's
Thinking
one more out there.
it. Big. Come on, man.
Dude, it's 4 points.
Do you want my coaster?
It is.
Or have
So
you lost yours?
I am going to activate Wingardium Leviosa this book. I'm gonna activate this book. So first off, we've got every blue crystal in a different area.
Hey, remember when you blapped yourself?
I know. And then Kai blapped me, so we're getting 1 point for that. Yes. Then we've got yellows on the border, which is the first book that I picked up of the game, and is getting me 4 points for 1, 2, 3, 4 because they touched the border. So altogether, 5 mystery points.
Nicely
And-
done.
And a blap.
Letter jam.
Which
6
ones are you
people
gonna do?
can't see your own letters. Everyone knows one letter at a time. Spell words with other people's letters so they can deduce their letters. After a limited number of turns, everyone has to spell a word with their letters. Yeah.
Ah,
Interesting. All right, Lachlan, what are you doing, you big jerk?
that is interesting. I've been watching a lot of 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown, so
yeah.
I might be good at that. I might be able to spell some words.
There's actually like nothing that great. So this red one.
Damn!
Rolling
I
with
have
rock.
destroyed this red one right
Hey,
here.
Rock, thanks for the raid.
Hello.
Welcome on in.
Hello, friends. How you doing? We are playing the Winter's Queen. This is a game of placing gems out on the board. Winter Queen.
Winter Queen.
Damn, it feels like it needs an S.
Winter
does.
queens, because we're all winter queens.
Nice.
Hashtag blessed.
You take gems from these collections and you put them on the board to get spellbooks, and then you put them on your spellbooks to activate the ones out there. Except in my scenario right now, I'm activating the one that doesn't activate on the board. I'm going to activate my blue gem here, where I get a point for every blue gem, including this one on my board, which counts this one here. And I choose someone else. I am choosing Rebecca. Can you please point out the blue gems you have on your board?
One there and one there.
4 points for me. This disappears.
Apologise to your mum for us bones, John.
This disappears.
Yeah,
happen
we
again.
didn't mean to get you in trouble. I don't know why I said it like that.
We're just bad people like that.
Someone's phone just vibrated.
4
It's
points
yours.
for me.
You're
I
gonna get a phone
believe.
call.
Yeah.
Go away.
Go away.
Don't want to talk to you, whoever you are.
If it's
How we all
important,
doing?
they'll text you.
Yeah,
What were you
exactly.
playing tonight? Hey, it's good to see you. Rocky, you on TLN next week? I actually can't remember. I believe so. It's been a weird couple of weeks. I don't know when my mind's at.
There is
Couldn't
my
tell you, mate.
mind.
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I just tell you guys, hey, we're doing a thing on Sunday, and you're like, all right, then.
Who have I got?
Yep. Hey, this is happening on this day. Who's in? That's pretty much what it comes down to nowadays. It's hard organizing multiple people. Like, we were only going to have 3 people here today, and we managed to pull in a 4th.
Pull in that
Beck.
one.
Heck yeah.
Bribed her with sushi.
Actually, you just bribed me with hangs, so that's the extent to which that went.
Hangs.
Hangs.
What are you doing, Rebecca? I hate to raid and run, but getting this have fun. I was playing Among Us and Shiny Hunting with the new Piplup. Doing the TLN after show. Sick.
I'm a bad person
Nice.
because
Right.
I technically should have only gotten like 1 pre-order bonus with Pokemon games, and I got all of them that my store sells.
Nice.
Yeah.
Any perks?
What?
Which starter are you picking?
Well, see, because Brilliant. Well, actually, Platinum was the first Pokemon game I played.
Can we roll back a second? There's a new Pokemon game coming out.
Remake of Diamond and Pearl.
Was that announced like recently?
Announced like 6 months ago, released yesterday.
Yeah.
They're still making Pokemon games?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Except
Arceus
now they're
comes
not
out.
making new Pokemon games; they're just
just
re-releasing
remaking
the old ones.
No, Arceus comes out in a few months.
Yeah, it's true. Apparently, it's not a open world, and people are
Yeah,
very
it's a
upset
weird
about
like open world, but not. Anyway,
Anyway.
what starter are you choosing?
that. I'm starting by picking this purple one and putting it on the board here.
That's
Nice.
nice.
I've emptied that, so I'm going to take
One.
one mystery point.
Nice. I guess the worlds for that is going to be like Fable or whatever, where it's like you're in a zone and then you go to the edge of the zone and then you
Yeah.
move to that zone. And it's like, it's still open world because you can always backtrack.
Hold your horsies. Beck's got to fill stuff up.
Okay, but that doesn't. It
It
doesn't.
doesn't negate.
Yeah, I can't pick from that space.
I can't.
Anyway, the point is
can't
that
reach it.
I picked Turtwig because I've never started with Turtwig before, and I've so rarely picked the grass starter.
There you go. Blues, yellows, and purples for that space.
Cute. Love it.
So to answer your question, Diamond and Pearl were adjacent to my first starter, my first Pokemon game, because my first Pokemon game was actually Platinum, which they released after Diamond and Pearl.
My first Pokemon game was Leaf Green at the ripe old age of 19, 20.
I wasn't allowed to play Pokemon as a kid, but I broke my arm once, and my friend lent me his DS, and I hid in a corner with a broken arm so my parents couldn't see me playing Pokemon, and played Pokemon Ruby.
Nice. I borrowed Leaf Green, and then I was playing it, and I got to a point, and the game bugged, and I went to the guides, and it was like, do this thing. I'm like, I'm doing the thing, and it wouldn't let me pass, and so then I never finished it.
That's rough, bud.
My first Pokemon game was Gold, and I remember because it was Christmas, and I don't know how old I was. It was like the year that it came out, I think. And I unwrapped it, and I was like, I don't have a Game Boy. I don't have a Game Boy!
I think that's happened to me before as well, except it was PlayStation 2 games. So it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone remembers this. Like, you used to get consoles as bonuses with phone plans. So it's like way back in the day, my parents signed the whole family up for 3 plans because they must have been like dirt cheap or whatever. And then at some point, they also got a PlayStation 2.
Nice.
So it's like they gave it to us for Christmas that year, but they were also like, here are these games you can play with the PlayStation 2. And we're like, but we don't have a PlayStation. Oh my god!
Yeah,
Yeah.
my parents did the same thing, gave us the games, and they were like, well, wait a minute, run out to the other room, and it's already all set up so that we can play.
Dude,
5 hours later, a
that's
lady
so cool.
from down the road comes in. It's like, oh, I got your family a Christmas present. Gives us a PS2 game. And my parents are like, we didn't tell you we were getting a PS2. And she's like, oh, I already thought you had one. I was like, oh,
That worked out well.
Can you imagine being the kids who get a PS2 game when you don't have
Yeah.
a PS2 though?
That would be brutal.
That would have been
You
brutal.
know someone's done that.
Dude, first PS2 game, same thing. Christmas is like open up and it's like a stand, and we're like, what the heck is this? What is this? No one knows what
Speaking
this is. And it's like a PlayStation stand. And then we open, like, we get the PlayStation 2, and we're like, heck yeah. We got Chamber of Secrets, so Harry Potter Chamber of
Nice.
Secrets,
That game
The
holds up.
Sims, and
That was actually a good sim PlayStation 2.
it was surprisingly good. And then
It had a
also
story mode.
the Two Towers. Lord of the Rings Two Towers.
Dude,
You-
how many hours have we played at the Two Towers?
So this is
Holy crap, that
completely
takes me
off
back.
We've gone
topic.
off topic. We'll come back to the game soon.
This is
Well, I was
completely off
waiting for you to
topic.
tell me I was allowed to take my turn. Until you tell me
No,
I'm allowed to
fuck
take my
you, bitch.
fucking turn, I'm going to sit here and talk about video games.
My first PlayStation 2 game was the Futurama game that they released.
Oh, nice.
Banger.
I never
Banger.
got to play that.
Do
Like,
you want it? I think I still have it.
I mean, I have a PS2, but I'm not gonna. Like, PS2 is so janky.
They need to
and the
re-release
controllers
it.
are- ugh.
We had like 3 different versions of Buzz within the first week because my parents loved quizzes. So
Dude,
we got Buzz and the
Buzz.
controllers, and then that lady who gave us the game, she gave us a different Buzz game. And my
Nice.
parents were like, well,
So
this
not
is
only
really
did she give you
yeah,
a PS2
right?
game, a PS2 game that requires peripherals.
Right?
I had Buzz Australia, I think. which
Yeah.
I know a bit about.
That
Okay,
game
Kai,
was
take your
great.
turn.
You got to pick your different sound effects for your questions. It was,
So good.
Time.
Yeah.
Hey, Kai,
Bye,
take your turn.
Rock.
So
Purple, bye, Rock.
Goodbye. Tangents all around. Oh, Kai, you took your turn too quick. What am I gonna do?
You took your purple and
Took
put it
a-
on
took
yellow?
Put it on the
Alright,
book.
I'm gonna take my purple. I'm gonna put it in my book. Same thing as what Kai did. I took the purple and I put it on my book.
Speaking of the PS2 Futurama game, I remember wanting to get that from Blockbuster, and for whatever reason, my parents thought it would be inappropriate and wouldn't let me rent the Futurama PlayStation 2 game.
Again, I think
And
I
my
still
parents are
have
not
it if you
particularly
wanna
strict
borrow.
on like
Dude, we
Content.
we got to watch Team America.
Team America as like 12-year-olds.
It's awful, and I love it.
Yeah, no, because my parents liked The Simpsons and loved Futurama and stuff, and also they were always buying like the off-brand games, so like none of the Sony games, because they were expensive.
The
But
off-brand
Futurama,
games. Gotcha. Yep.
I'm going to take this yellow from over here.
I have
I'm going to
watched
put it down.
all the cutscenes of the Futurama game, like stitched together on YouTube,
it's pretty much
Oh,
a
really?
video. It's pretty much a movie.
because it's like it's like an episode.
Pretty good.
It's an episode or even a movie, like the length that it is.
So,
I will say, as a kid, I actually
2003.
never finished the game because the last boss was so hard I couldn't figure it out.
Brutal.
And then I went through and replayed it.
Mhm.
I went through and replayed it, and I beat it in 2 minutes. And I was like, "Oh, okay."
Well, I heard that game was really hard as well, but yeah, I never played.
It was
the Futurama.
challenging.
Mhm.
Like, if you're someone who's good at video games, you could play it pretty easily. But as a kid, like, you don't have the learned motor functions required.
Yeah, we had the Star Wars New Hope Super Nintendo game. That game was hard. Like, holy shit, old games running another level. Anyway, I took a yellow crystal, I put it here, I'm taking this book.
Nice.
I can't remember, because I had a NES and I had an old Batman game and an old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game, and I think they are currently regarded as like the first and second most difficult games in history. I never got halfway through the first level of either of them. I think, like, as a child, it was just ridiculous how tough those games were.
What are you feeling, Rebecca? You got
Yeah,
a
we
lot of stuff over there.
I think I'm gonna pop my book.
Oh, yeah.
Pop.
Yeah, those blue ones aren't getting any better.
No, they're not gonna get any better for the time being. So I'm gonna pop this book, claim the 1 point for
The blue.
the blue.
This blue right here on
Yep.
the edge, on the border.
And then I was doing the math to figure out which yellow and purple was the most point
is it this
profitable.
one?
It's that one. So I'm going to be activating the yellow, which is going to be this gem here, and then I'm going to claim 1, 2, 3 points.
Nicely done.
Actually,
Pretty rad.
Show the crystal again.
Bunch of points for Bet.
So that book.
And then you get to explode a crystal.
Yeah, take your victory points first. You got
Oh yeah.
4.
4 victory points from that.
Give me 4 mystery points. Thanks.
Just That meme, that joke. So you got 4 victory points, and now you get to explode a crystal, send it to the ether, get it out of here.
So... obviously, I can see what Kai is doing, and I could be a jerk and get rid of that yellow that I've just claimed 3 points on, which is probably smarter than destroying all of Tom's hopes and dreams.
It's true. Kai is in fact in the lead.
Yeah.
Although...
We don't know exactly how many points he's
You
got.
don't know that.
But look at the number of point tokens he has back.
Yeah, that's fine. Like, I'm gonna target Kai. It's just figuring out the best way to target Kai.
Yeah, it's that one gem.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is this one. But only in... because I was looking at that as well, and if you...
Yeah, so was I, Beck!
So if you pick this one and that's still there, you've got 2 points instead
But if
of...
he picked
Well, no,
that
I was
one,
going to pick that one
you'd
and
get
have
1, 2,
3.
3.
Yeah.
Slap him. Kai
So
deserves
I'm
to be
just
slapped.
Actually, I would have had 4. I would have had 1,
Oh,
2,
yeah.
3, 4.
It also includes the gem as well, so
Yep.
it probably would...
Okay, well, that
Yeah.
was...
That was a good play.
Fucking
I
brutal.
really enjoy those possibilities in this game.
That's
was
okay. Let's
pretty
just
brutal.
put that book over there and forget about it for a minute because it's suddenly become worthless.
Suddenly endgame scoring.
Because currently the best it could do for me is like 2... I guess it could be 5 points.
Yeah, but if you black that and if you pop that now, is there going to be enough time for you to collect 3 books and
That's-
maximize your endgame scoring?
That's a good question. Not that endgame scoring is any more valuable than mid-game scoring.
No, it's true.
If I don't think it's going to be worth more at the end.
It really depends how many turns you think are left in the game.
Instead, I might just secure a victory point here.
Oh, 1 victory point. There you go, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anytime. We're running out of 2s, guys. You're going to have to cash in your mystery points.
What about if the points ramp up to all the 1 points, then the next, then the highest? I don't know what you mean about this. Like the tokens or the...
Ah!
Damn you, green screen.
There
That's
goes the
right.
green screen. We haven't really used it.
We used it once.
Bonk.
Bink, bonk.
Wild.
Yeah, the mystery tokens. No, it's like you've only got the points that you get. There is
Yeah.
there's no ramping. Yeah, I guess
Mystery
you-
tokens? Yeah, so there's 1s, there's 2s, there's 5s, and there's 10s, and it's just... It's not like once the 1s run out, you start taking 2s, and then the 2s run out, you start taking 5s. It's just you take the amount that you...
Yeah.
And then you
What-
have a look at what you have, and you're like, oh, I can make 10 out of what I have.
Yeah, we're calling them mystery tokens purely because you're meant to hide them from the other players, but you guys can see what our score is, so you can follow along
Wait,
and know
has
what we're
Tom
on.
been keeping track of our scores this whole time?
Yes,
Yeah.
I don't know what's what. I just press the button enough times.
he does. So we'll find out how wrong he is at the end when things haven't
That's
played
why we
out.
double
especially.
track things.
Do you want to put the things down?
Yeah, right.
I kind of need those.
It's extra shook, too.
Oh, did I
'cause
get my 1?
You did.
You did. You
yeah,
went and
I,
picked
I
it up.
gave it to you.
Cool.
I've just traded in.
I mean, I don't trust you guys since one of you said I picked it up and one of you said that you gave it to me, but it's fine.
It's okay. You shouldn't trust
I don't
us
remember,
anyway.
so...
You rearranged
Why
the
should you
points.
guys?
You got it. I remember seeing it. Timing is
He doesn't
everything.
need it anyway. Oh, heck.
Hmm,
Watch out.
interesting.
Interessante.
Interessante indeed.
Too literally. That's fine. It was a funny joke, and I saw an opportunity that I took.
There's not very many left in there, just heads up.
There's not even a full thing. Oh, no, there is.
Huh?
There's a full refill in there.
Yeah.
I can feel it with my fingies.
Took mystery points, literally. We should probably not rename components to whatever
Feeling.
we come up with, but we do it
But
frequently.
Just for the lols.
also, it's a fantastic name. If you're the developer of this game, you need to rework the rulebook anyway. Just change it to mystery points.
I am going to take the yellow gem and put it on this quadrant.
That's a
That's
good
a-
move.
That's a
yeah.
damn good play.
Yep.
So yeah, that's me.
Love your work. Love your work.
Love the work, loves it.
What color gem do I want?
Yeah. Sorry. Our mistake. You're right. We've done that with many games though. We've renamed things to something else that we
I'm
just...
trying to think of a good example. Well, I mean, isn't the Istanbul isn't like it's not technically your cousin. Isn't it just
no,
like an assistant?
your cousin is the one in jail that you go on his
okay, I
tape.
thought-
We just get the terms confused.
Because your associates, that are the ones that are running around with you.
Oh.
Kyle would know. It's his favorite game.
Spoilers, it's not Guy's favorite.
I'm gonna take this purple one from over here and put it next to my yellow ones.
Beck's just like, it's just hand fun.
Because my hands are hot. So if you're the dev for this game, we're very open for sponsorship. I've taken a blue gem and I'm putting it on Arcane Knowledge.
Oh, hey, the old reverse.
Oh dear.
Oh no!
Something,
Watch out! You better not take that blue one. That's wild.
My turn, huh?
True story. Lo-fi vibes.
Works for the game.
Yeah,
Got
this
some
game
chill.
just
think just-
screams lo-fi.
I think just
Arcane, the critically acclaimed League of Legends show. Has anyone watched that yet?
Not yet.
I had a random person at a party at a bar last night ask me if I'd watched it after she introduced herself 20 seconds earlier. And I was like, no, because I'm rewatching Brooklyn Nine-Nine at the moment. Please
So
leave
am
me alone.
I. So good.
I watched
So
the
good.
trailer for Arcane, and I was like, oh, that looks interesting. I think it played after I watched something else on Netflix, and I was like, oh, that looks interesting, kind of mentally filed it. And then my brother asked if I'd watched it. And I was like, no, I haven't watched it. And then he started talking about League of Legends, and I was like, hold up. Is it a League of Legends show? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, my interest just dropped
Apparently
through the
it's
floor.
apparently it's really good.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
See,
do I have to pause it every 5 minutes to
No.
like flagellate myself to get the experience? Like, I'm not
I hope
into it.
Chris isn't watching anymore.
I'm not into it.
You probably
just
are aware by
barges in.
now that Tom, do you play League of Legends?
I played years ago.
But you have played at some
I have
point,
played
but
League.
you don't play.
No.
Right? Beck, do you play League of Legends?
Not even remotely.
Do you play League of Legends, Kai?
No.
Do I play? No, I do not. Does Chris play League of Legends? Oh yeah.
I think
Chris
it's the
plays
only
a lot of
game
League of
Chris
Legends.
plays. And
But,
Billy as well.
Mind you, Livy, my sister, was watching it the other day, and I like looked over her shoulder, and she's having a nerd of a time. She's like, "This looks so good," and I watched it. I was like, "Yeah, this does look good. It
Like
does
the
look good."
animation and like the
as-
action and stuff looked really
yeah.
cool.
A whole lot of my film friends have been like, "This is fantastic."
Yeah.
Apparently, it's very good.
I feel like I wouldn't get much out of it not knowing the characters and stuff.
So,
we'd be like, oh
in
look,
a-
it's Johnny Midlanes, you know, because I don't know who Johnny Midlanes is.
in a tangent point.
Johnny Midlanes.
Like, you're probably right. That's probably what his name
It's
is.
Madison Midlanes. Thank you very much.
In a sort of adjacent sort of point, they release a song for the League of Legends Championships every year. And a couple of years ago, they created a K-pop girl group to sing a song.
Yep.
And I became obsessed.
With that song or that band.
Both.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Because apparently, like the theme song is like Imagine Dragons or something. So
Yes,
Hey,
they've done a couple of versions. So some people know Legends Never Die. That's a really good one. I do really like that. Imagine Dragons did one, I think, the year before that. And then KDA, if anyone's heard of that.
no. I mean, my friend at work who doesn't play Anyway, he's watching Arcane. I don't know if he plays League of Legends, but then he was like, I don't really like this sort of music, but he said the theme song was really good. And we listened to it, and I was like, this screams like teen white girl.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna keep going, keep the game moving along, because we probably only have time for one game, because this has been a nice, chill talking
been-
spree.
has been a very chill.
I'm gonna
game.
grab this blue one for the free victory point. I'm gonna drop it on the table here.
Yep.
I'm gonna score myself that one free victory point. Thank you very much, Lachlan.
Oh,
I thought you were grabbing me.
there you are. I was sorry. I was just fixing the. You've cashed in.
Yeah, I said I had.
You only got 4 in there. Take your pick.
So
It was the step after Fallout
when
Boy.
does everything go to one?
So now that the bag's empty, everything gets put onto a single one of these. You know what? Let's just double check because I'm 90% sure that's what I read.
And then we can
before
just
we
all
shuffle things
pull
up.
from the one, right? That's
Yeah,
I imagine.
before we break it up.
Once the last crystal is drawn from the bag, the final step begins. Collect the crystals from all crystal holder tiles and place them onto a single crystal holder tile. From now on, all these crystals are available to all players. Players continue to take turns until the turn order proceeds to the owner of the Winter's Queen token. So it comes back to me. Then we all take one more turn, and then the game's over.
Yep. We can no longer take books, correct?
You are no longer allowed to activate your spell books.
Ah, cool.
What?
Wait, from here on out, we're not allowed
Yeah,
to activate
correct,
spellbooks?
But they will all activate at the end.
Oh, okay. So
That's-
the idea is you can't. So it's
Yeah.
just Yeah, okay.
We each have. Well, Beck gets 2 more turns. The rest of us each have 1 more turn.
Yep.
Okay.
So let's put them all over here. I believe this is the closest that everyone will be able to reach it. That is a lot of red.
This unpleases me.
Yeah.
Well, that's because no one's seen red at all this
Red
game.
has barely come out. Yeah.
Yep. So this is now, apart from Beck gets 1 more turn, and then it'll be the final round. So everyone is building whatever combos they can.
This sucks because I have the one where it's like empty space around the thing.
Yeah.
And I can't activate it now. You've ruined me.
But you
What are you
just
talking
activated
about?
at the end.
You'll still activate it at the end.
But the board will be full of all these
Maybe,
gems.
or it'll be on people's
Or they'll
books.
be on people's books, yeah.
It's gonna be full.
Look, all I'm saying is you've got 2 spaces that score you 3 points right now.
All I'm hearing is that.
So you put 1 in that one, or I'll put 1 in that one.
I got you, baby.
See, my problem is... Because now it's my turn, and I'm like, how do I make points?
See, again, that's what I said. It's like Azul, but I'm enjoying this more than I do Azul. And that's probably because I played too
actually,
much
There's a smart way to
Azul.
do this. Put that there.
Where is Azul? That's behind me. Directly behind
Is
me.
that smart?
When you think I have that.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Look, I get you.
See, I was almost upset at you because I had the exact same thought, but then I realized I can just score it from your board.
Yeah, 100%.
So thanks.
Is Azul
I'm
on
okay with
the?
it.
Is Azul on the thing?
It is. It's a little further down. So it's
It's all
actually
on
down
our
here.
Nerds of the West ranking list.
I think there's some people that just don't like it.
So stick around for the end when we have a discussion and review of this game, and it goes onto our ranking board for the year.
And if you're on YouTube, then you can just jump to it in the timestamps.
Good segue.
I'm going to take this red and put it over here. Boop.
Oh heck.
Now I'm at the point of like, this is the last turn, so do I take gems and put them on the board for points, or do I take gems and put them on my tile for points? There's nothing particularly good though.
And it's all greens, and
Yeah.
it's just awful, right? So if I take this green and I put it onto here next to my thing, then hopefully we can make something happen out of this.
Yeah.
Right? And then it's going to be reds. Can you put a red with a red?
Yeah, if reds were touching reds.
You can't create an infinite loop.
Infinite loop.
You'd have to, pick 1 red.
You
and
can,
then-
and you get a cat, and you get some bread with some butter on it, and you strap them together. And then it will never touch the floor. Because cats always land on their feet, always lands butter side down.
There's actually a science behind that, isn't there?
I saw a...
No, not at all. I'm going to take this green and put it on my board because that'll get me 2 points at the end of the game.
Sorry,
I mean, the bread, because I think the aerodynamics of it and the weight are favored in the butter side.
So this is my last turn.
Whatever can get you the
yes.
most points, take it.
saw a TikTok or a Instagram reel or something of someone... I can't remember. It wasn't a cat and bread. It was bread and something else. I can't remember what it was now. That typically always falls the wrong side down. Taped them together and threw it, and the tape broke apart, and they both fell face side down. It was like physics, man.
What are you thinking, Rebecca?
I feel like this green will get me more points than the red. But I can't decide if it should go into magical clouds, which will get me 2 points, or the forest wisp, which will also get me 2 points.
Yeah, there is no difference, I guess.
I don't think I'm winning, so
Nice.
Kai's had a very good game,
Get out of here.
and I was out of sync.
Yeah, this felt very different at 4 players, and we'll come back to that. But for now, I'm going to set up the vote for Viewer Voted Game of the Month, and y'all can start counting your points and pointing them out if Lachlan wants to be able to do the green screen for what people are talking, not the green screen, the movement for what people are talking about.
Oh man, for points.
For points and such.
Okay, so who is player 1?
That is Beck, and then it goes around the table.
Beck. I've just player 1 zoomed by accident. My bad. Nope. Top down. Don't worry, guys. We'll get there. We'll get there. Don't you worry. Boom. Sweet. So, Beck, is yours in there? You are? Excellent. Score count for player 1. Ready, spaghetti.
Let's do it.
Ready when you are. Hit me up with what your points are, and I'll start counting them.
So we'll go from right to left, because I want to watch the world burn.
That's terrible. Why would you do such a
Get
thing?
your votes in, peeps.
That's fine, we'll go left to right. So left to right, I've got a blue paired with a red on the forest wisps.
Don't worry, Tom's here. He's
I'm
gonna
back
do it now.
already.
Excellent. I'm going to pop the blue and the red on the forest wisps.
Pop, pop.
And it's gonna get me 1 point. Because no matter how I pop it, it's popping 1 point.
Here you go, 1 point.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Add to my mystery piles. I'll just get rid of that so we know that's been
You don't
scored.
discard them because
They count for other people's.
Yeah. All right, so I'll just put that down there just so that we know it's been popped. Now we have
Pop, pop.
magical clouds.
Yep.
Again, I could have put it with that one and it still would have scored me 2 points, but it's 2 points, so 1, 2. So that's been scored.
Yep.
I didn't have anything on my blue forest wisps there, but I do have a blue on my arcane knowledge. Now, this works for me too. So I have 1, 2, 3, and I'm pairing it with Tom's, which gets an extra 2 points, so that is 5 points for my arcane knowledge.
Very good.
nice.
Nicely played.
And that's why I was taking blues.
Count up your score so we can check it against my counting at the end, but don't tell anyone just yet. All right, Kai, what have you got going on over there?
Alrighty, I have got a purple and a yellow forest wisp. And I think that the best way for me to score that is with this yellow here,
Yep.
which is adjacent to 2 purples. So that's 2 points. Why are some of these face down? They're not mysteries. Then I've got a yellow with straight lines.
That's very rough.
Which is pretty brutal at the moment.
This one?
Yeah, I think this
Yeah.
guy here gives me 1, 2,
3.
Yeah.
Counts itself.
3. Yes, thank you. Which is about as good as that's gonna get.
Might need you to trade some in, because I think you got a lot of little ones over there.
No, man, these are all 10s. So that's those 2.
Yep.
Then I've got a red and a green, which, much like Beck's blue and red, only can score in one place and only scores 1 point. So there's 4 and I'll take 5. Thank you. And then lastly, I have the arcane knowledge here, which I'm going to use Beck's 3 blues, 1, 2, 3, and my 1 blue.
Do you not get that one as well?
That's
That's
green.
green.
Oh, heck. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, bud.
Colorblind?
No, I'm not. Like, when you put them next to each other, I can see the difference. Looking at it by itself,
Looking from this angle, I get you.
I was like, huh, it looked kind of green. Kind of blue, sorry. Alrighty. So,
What you got going on, Lachlan?
I have, for my first magic book, we are going to go with the Northern Lights. And we're going to count up our steam hams.
If you like to check.
And it is for every yellow in a different region, which we have 1, 2, 3.
Look.
Because this one is not
No,
in a region.
if you have a look at that one, white counts as a region.
Yeah, white's a region.
Heck! 1, 2, 3, 4. Which has worked out a lot better for me than I thought it would have. Excellent. Excelente. Maybe I should have done that a little bit better then. Then I have chosen a yellow and a green, which didn't really do anything exciting for me.
It's a point.
But it's a point. So over here we have a yellow and a green. So it's 1 point either which way I chose it. So if we chose yellow, there's 1 green next to that yellow.
Well done, Lachlan.
1 point.
This part of the country localized entirely
Really?
to your kitchen.
Damn hands.
So that was Forest Wisps. And then for the Polar Star spell, I am choosing this purple gem, which is truly outrageous. And I can choose either of these 2 purples, and they would both of them be 3 empty spaces next to them. So that is 3 points for that. And I am going to have to trade in by the sounds of it.
Yep.
So what do I need? I need 3 points.
Yep.
So I give a
Put a 2 back, take a 5.
2.
Mathematical.
Mathematical.
I-
Alright, that's your turn, Lachlan.
That's me. That's me done.
Alright, I got a
Don't worry,
couple
you
of...
miss out on anything. We just had it on League of Legends for 30 minutes. Fact.
Alright, I've got a couple of things going on. So I've got greens next to blues, which is going to score me 2 points over here. So that is 1, 2. I'll take a 2. And then I've got different colored gems coming from a line, from a red. So I'm going to choose this red here and get myself 4 points. I was really hoping I could get max points with that 5 there, but it didn't quite work
I
out.
was hoping someone would put a green there to help my thing.
I'll trade that 1 in and get a 5.
Nice.
And then I have purples next to yellows for my final trick. And I will pick this yellow here to score myself 2 points. That old trick that everyone's been doing this game.
Nice.
And that takes us to final scoring. I'm hoping what I've got on this screen is accurate because chat can see who's won. But let's go round the table. Rebecca, how many points did you score at the end of the game?
I'm not in the frame. 18.
18. Good score. Good score.
It's all right.
21.
21. I. Yeah.
Wrong. That's
Yeah,
26.
26.
Yeah, I
front of
counted
five.
yours, and I was like, "That's
That's what that says. 26.
I am entirely
Okay.
accurate with my scores up there, which...
Oh, I counted
You counted those as
one, as 5. Look,
Yeah.
man.
No, you're
Maths.
good. 26.
26. Sure.
Because I got 21.
I was really hoping there'd be a tie there for a moment. And I got 19.
Damn
Nice.
it. Left.
Close though.
It was a lot closer than I thought. Like, I knew Kai was going to win it because he was doing really well.
That
But then I
first
thought,
player-
like, everyone else was doing better than I was because
Yeah.
I was stagnating.
that first player advantage to get the points when other people are having to put books down to get stuff going is hard. I also think we all could have scored a lot higher if we'd realised there was only that one round left. Actually got a few more things on our board, but we'll talk about that when we talk about our review of the game.
The interesting thing though is you triggered the last.
Yeah.
You could have picked from there and it
I could have
still
kept
wouldn't
it
have
going.
triggered. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So we're going to
Tom
move
just
into.
really
We're going to
wants
get our
to-
board out. We're going to put this on our ranking board for the year. So please stick around. Beck's going to grab it out. We're
We're going to talk about what we liked, what we didn't like.
you.
We unfortunately didn't get to play with the expansions, but I was super keen for them. I'm going to show them off now just a little bit. So instead of having the cards
votes
disappear,
in.
I've realised get your votes in because I'm going to charge up the green screen so I can talk about these while we pack up and then talk about reviews.
I was going to use the green screen as our thing, but
Yeah.
we can clear this.
Give me a moment. We won't use it then. It's fine.
I just thought we get the crystals out of the way because they
Well,
might
we
roll
can
around.
always just put them on the main board. Check them on the main board.
I'm just
give it a zoom.
I'm just gonna show this off. So instead of the gems that you place on your books then disappearing, you instead put them over onto the tiara that you have. And as you build up more gems, you build up the levels of your tiara, and for each gem you have in the second, third, and fourth level, you get more points. So it not only becomes about what gems are you powering up on the board, but what gems are you powering up in your tiara. You also have these lovely tokens here that all have their own special powers, and as you place different colored gems onto the board, you will get access to these powers, and they can activate and deactivate all throughout the game. Can you pass me the little green rulebook in front of you, Beck? Vote is almost over. It's your last chance for the year to vote, so get it in.
That's
When you place a green token in,
cute.
you may swap any 2 Queen's Domains tiles, the tiles with the gems on them, on the map. The yellow token, you may move 1 crystal from your spellbook to any empty page of any of your spellbooks. You may not swap 2 crystals, you can just move 1. The red token, draw 3 random crystals from the bag and place them in front of you. You may swap each of these crystals with any crystals in the crystal holder tiles available to you. So you can do that before you take your turn to get the crystals that you want. The purple token, when you're allowed to take a new spellbook, you may use this to take any spellbook from any county instead of the one that you've placed in.
Nice.
And the blue token, this is the only gratitude token you can use on your opponent's turn. It's blue. When this green this gratitude token lets you forbid your opponent to remove their crystal from the map. You just go, no,
Leave
counter
that there.
spell, leave that there.
That's
So
cool.
lots of different options to play, lots of extra things to play with, but I think that might have broken your brains a little bit too much.
I don't think it would have. It just would have added extra components
Yeah.
to the game to make it go a little bit longer.
I know
Yeah.
we ran out of time today, but I would be very eager to play it with.
And I think this would be something that'd be easy enough to play on online as well. Very casual,
Yes.
right?
I wonder if there is a good board game arena version of this. Again, no, we normally start at 2 o'clock, so an hour ago. But still, we definitely started early, and I kind of dig it. We'll see how it goes in the new year if we decide to change things. But for now, we are going to review the game and give our thoughts on it before we rank it on the board. So this is our official ish review, or as official as we do. We review games here when we live stream them to get a instant view of what we thought with some context for the other times we played it. This is our Nerds of the West ranking board for 2021. Every single game that we play, we put on this board, not based on if one game is better than another, just if given the opportunity, what we would prefer to play.
The poll did end, so I think before we get into it,
Core,
It
currently
was,
tied up there with Spirit Island and Giant Killer Robots.
4 and 4.
So we'll see how the other votes all play out. I really like this game. I think it's a nice, simple to learn game. Little bit to wrap your head around, but not awfully so. Like, you need to learn how everything scores, and you think that you're going to be planning stuff out. But honestly, like, with how much this game changes turn to turn to turn, you're just doing the best you can with what's on the board, and it's about seeing those patterns and being like, can I score right now? Do I need to wait? Keep putting gems out.
Yeah.
Beck?
I do like the game. Like, I don't dislike it. Its size kind of bugs me. Like, I feel like it's a little too small for what we're all trying to do. I would like maybe just an extra row of hexagons, because hexagons are the besticons around the outside, just to give us just a little bit more breathing room in terms of what we're trying to do. So it feels like a really short game, even though it took us like a good 2 hours to play it.
Yeah, this is a 20 to 30 minute game, and it took us an hour and a half to play.
I can totally see that though. If you're not taught, you know,
Yeah, if you just play, if you're just playing and not talking about PlayStation games.
We took a big tangent on
Oh,
the
yeah.
old Pokemon Derailed.
And it's like, we've played it with 3 people before, just sitting at the table, and it still went fairly quickly. Like, it was a first playthrough.
3, I'm going to comment on that now. 3 is much more interesting because you're not cycling gems as fast, so it's a lot easier to score points throughout the round because you've got that time when you've got the books and you've got time to put them on there. Where in this game, with 4 players, I think you have to maybe score once or twice and then be building for the final round.
Yep.
I dig that.
Am I just putting where I think it goes on the
No,
board?
right now, just giving your review, giving your thoughts on the game, and we'll put it on the board in a bit. Do you like the art? Do you like the component quality? Obviously, the rulebook's a little bit weirdly laid out.
But that's just like a simple rework, and just have someone else read it and go, I think this would make it make sense. So we'll see if that ever gets.
And like we said, it's probably a translation issue more than anything.
Maybe. I do like the art, actually. I think the way that they've... Because you can very easily look at a book, and if you know, like, word for word what each of the effects is and what they do, then you don't need it to be wordy. Like, you can see other games like this where literally they'll be like, any yellow gem next to a different random gem that you've put here. Like, they'll have the whole explanation on it, and these, it's just like, you get a symbol.
Yeah.
You need to know what that symbol does.
Yeah, and you get your cheat sheet for it, your reference card, which I think is really handy.
It is a well laid out cheat sheet.
The reference sheet is really good. It has that symbol, and then it explains what it is. Because you're right, there's a lot of different symbols, but they've simplified it, and I think that works in its favor because you got these nice spell books that you take, which are their own tile, and you put your gem on there, and it's like it feels good for that like bit of movement. For how the game plays out.
It feels good with
like
everything. As much as I think I agree with Becky, a little bit more size would be nice. It feels good having everything that close and that simple.
Yep. Yeah, I'd say like a slightly bigger circular board would be good, like if you fold it out. But I mean, costs of printing and
100%.
like tech, what's called like
Then
the
you
actual
gotta make bigger
practicality of it.
crystals and bigger cards.
Yeah, I think like if you made a bigger board, then these crystals were a perfect size, right? I think they felt really good when you put them down. They're like the size of a small dice. When you've got like your small dice, it's like halfway between a small dice and a regular size dice. And they were great. I really enjoyed them. I enjoyed the fact that they used more rounded ones than the standard
Generic, like oblong ones.
Because the generic oblong ones would be more difficult to pick up and place down and like do that action.
Oh,
so,
I mean, if you get those on the right flat edge, it's literally just a cube with the corners cut off.
Yeah.
Like, it's always going to be flat.
I really do. I really liked it. I liked it more than Azul. It's got that complexity.
I enjoy this. That's an insane thing to me.
I don't know. See, like Azul, I've played every time I play, it plays the same way. Every time it plays the same way, no matter how many different people you incorporate into it, it always plays the same way.
And I guess
whereas this has that like variety of like the different things being in different spots. You can put the things on the board, and everyone's working from the same board.
Yeah, I guess there's the randomness from the setup. Everyone's working on the same board, so you're all seeing different combos and stopping different combos. But those combos will change depending on what books you get at what stage, what gems come out early and not. Like blue and red barely played in this game.
Yep.
Simply because of the timing of when they came out.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, that could be a hindrance because it is very, like, there's a lot more luck for it, but you're also playing against the players. Whereas Azul, I feel like, is like, there is one clear way to put the things onto your board, and you can just focus doing it that way. And if someone else is doing it, you do it the opposite way to them to maximize the points. So
I think, with how simple the setup, the RNG is for this, if this was the kind of game where you were having to plan things out a bit more, that would suck. But because this is the kind of game where you're reacting to what's happening on the board, that RNG makes it more interesting.
Yeah, and it's super simple, it's super easy, and there is still a lot to think about with the way that you want to score and when you want to score them versus time. I think if you could do 2 actions in a turn instead of 1, then it would speed it up. But we played it quite slow, so maybe it was just because we didn't go around the table as fast as we could that it felt like I just wanted to do more. But I think if it was a bit faster, then you wouldn't have that problem. You'd be like, all right, sweet, I've done my thing. All right, cool, comes around. All right, I'm doing my next thing.
Yeah.
Easy.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree that I prefer it over Azul. As a sort of similar gameplay to an extent. Overall, I think the gems are really nice. The other components are pretty basic, cardboard tokens, but there's not,
mystery points.
Mystery point tokens. There's nothing wrong with cardboard tokens. It's in this day and age, sometimes it feels like everything's got crazy components, but nothing wrong with good old cardboard tokens.
I probably have something to just say to that. Like Tom's been saying it's a family weight game. They might do cardboard in case someone swallows the pieces.
That's also very possible. I think it is
concern.
probably, this would be a good game to introduce younger players, definitely. Like, the base version of the game, once, one person knows it, I think this would be pretty easy to explain to some younger, younger folks.
Because there are, 7 different, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different ways you can score, but you may be only thinking about 3 or 4 of them at a time.
And I mean, we all played this very, all right, which thing can I get rid of to do the most damage to everyone else, and what's trying to calculate the absolute optimal score out of it. Playing this a little bit more with some people playing it a bit more lightheartedly would be a lot quicker, a lot more just like, oh, count the gems, hooray. You don't need to get so...
But it has that. It has
but it
has the element of being more complex, of being like, I need to put this here to play certain things and see what everyone else is doing because you've got everyone else's playboards.
So I think it can scale to... complexity can scale to the players, which I think is pretty good.
This game is forgiving with chaos. I think is the best way to describe it. Like, you could be maybe an 8-year-old kid playing this game. You don't understand what's going to hurt somebody else, but you could just be like, I want to get rid of this gem. And then you just put that back in the bag. And it still works. Like, it doesn't completely ruin everyone's day.
Yeah, like, there was that one time that Tom got rid of one of my gems, I got rid of one of my gems, and then, like, Beck was having a bad time. But it's like, that spellbook still got me a point, because the points don't do, like, maximum of 5 points, minimum of 1 point. Like, there's not a massive...
You can
range.
absolutely pull off combos, but you don't need to.
Yeah, which is why I think when someone steps on your toes and like gets rid of that yellow that was going to score me like 8 points or whatever, it's not, to me that doesn't feel as bad as something like Istanbul, because it doesn't snowball.
Yeah.
Like, okay, that's taken my book from an 8-pointer to a 3-pointer, but it doesn't completely destroy my next 3 turns in the same way that someone taking your space in something like Istanbul to snowball.
Yeah,
I guess I really like it because there's the chance for combos, but there's also the chance to just do the best at what's out there, which makes it really accessible.
Yep. So I think for the weight that it is, I think it achieves what it sets out to do in terms of its weight and its playstyle and things like that. It's tough on this board because there's a lot of heavier, euros and different types of game that I would play differently. But comparing it to things that are, in my mind, are a similar weight, a similar playstyle, like Azul, Splendor, not the artificial sweetener, Splendor with an O. Who printed that sticker out? It was Lachlan. It was Lachlan.
I don't think so.
That's funny.
I would place this above Splendor and Azul.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, for me, it definitely can't go above Funfair. I think because Funfair needs to be up so much higher.
Yep.
But
yeah, Funfair definitely needs to be higher. But like,
But bear in mind, this is 10 in that spot.
Oh yeah, this is a solid 7 out of 10 game for me, which puts it exactly in this area.
We haven't played anything too rubbish this year.
I personally can't put it above Azul, but I think it sits alongside Five Tribes for me. It's that same kind of do the best that you can with what's on the board, maybe build up combos if you see the opportunity, and that That's really interesting to me. So I'm going to put it
Next to 5 tribes.
solid 7 out of 10.
Nice. Beck?
I think the one thing that just loses this a few points for me is setup. Because, like, if you do a direct comparison between Azul and this, because they are so very similar, Azul has it's 50% easier to set up Azul.
That's fair.
You give everyone boards, you put out tiles, you put tokens on those tiles, you're ready to go.
I don't think
to,
this has very long setup though.
It's not, but it's like the coins all need to be separated into their denominations. You need to set up the 4 different piles. You need to put everything out. It just
setup is a big thing as well for games, right? It's like, am I going to play like Battlestar Galactica versus Azul? Well, you know what? I can set up Azul in like a minute.
On that note, would you prefer if the score tracker was like a tracker and public as opposed to tokens and private?
I don't
Makes the board a little bit bigger. Have the score tracker around the outside. You're good to go.
I reckon that'd be good.
That's probably the one component of this that I find super odd, and it's just the mystery points. It's like, why? Like in Azul, all the points are there for you to see and score as you go. In this, I feel like you can do the exact same thing.
I think because they're aiming it at families, you don't want to king make, and you don't want to have people blapping things based on who's doing the best.
Yeah, it could be to avoid someone getting picked on.
Yeah.
But by the same token,
it wasn't
if
hard
you
for
are
us
paying
to
a bit of
pick
attention, it's
on
not
each
hard
other.
to tell who's winning. Like, it was easy enough to see that I had the most tokens. I mean, I could have been, I guess, semi-secretly swapping them to higher denominations, so I had less tokens, but realistically, I don't know if I'd have been like, I'm just going to secretly swap some tokens here, guys.
But also, I don't think we were playing with that sort of mindset anyway.
No, but if you had if it was an open tracker or open score, then I think we would have been more competitive about it as well. Because we would have been like, we can see and we're just like, all right, we need to do something, and we can gauge exactly how aggressive or how the risks you need to take to try and take back some ground. But anyway,
I don't think it really goes that high for me because I would still play Azul over this. Like, my brain was like, oh yeah, it's pretty fun. Like, there are definitely games that I'd play this over some of these on here, but it's also just yeah,
you can re-rank it at the end of the year, and that's totally okay.
Yeah.
Right now, where are you feeling like putting it?
Right here.
Next to Azul.
Yeah, like it's. I do think they're on par with each other. Like when there's a certain level of complexity to this that
what a bloody legend! His
do or don't get with Azul, and I feel like with this, it's super easy to be like, what am I in the mood for? I'm in the mood for combos. Let's play Winter Queen.
Makes sense.
Thank you, SD0G.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hello, welcome in. Exclamation your favorite 2 colors in chat now that you're subscribed, and show us those emotes. Lachlan, you're last. Where are you ranking it?
So, I already said that I preferred it over Azul, and comparing it as you go up the thing, I'm like, yeah, I really like Funfair. I think Funfair is a better game, but then I look at Coup and I'm like, I've played Coup to death. I would probably play it over Coup than that. So I'm kind of looking at
I'm surprised
the
Coup
group
is up here. I thought Coup would be down here because we've all played it into oblivion.
So I'm kind of looking at hey, there's a group over here, there's a group over here, and I'm like, there's some games up here that I like, which kind of pushes it more this way. There's some games there that push it that way. So trying to instead of comparing it against one game, going, there's 3 or 4 games here, there's 3 or 4 games here that I like it, which kind of then goes, well, as much as I wouldn't play it over Funfair, I think it still would go next to Funfair. And it pushed it a bit higher, because otherwise I'd just put it directly above Azul, but I think there's a couple of games that are up here, like Poultry for Neanderthals. I haven't played Blood on the Clock Tower. So there were a few games that I was like, I probably would play it more over these games, but there's still a couple of games down there that I'm...
Yeah, you're splitting hairs at that point.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's totally okay. I'm very interested to see how this all shapes up at the end of the year, because we'll get a definitive list, thanks to everyone's ratings.
All I'm
Do
hearing
we
is
think
that
that
we
would put
do
it on
actually...
par with Splendor and Moonrakers?
I think
it
so.
actually puts it
in
here.
In between, yeah. So yeah, it definitely was better than I was expecting it to be. I didn't have high hopes. The art style doesn't grab me, but the gameplay pulled it through
It's
for me in the
satisfying.
end.
The thing with the art style, though, and I mentioned it earlier, but just again bringing it to what I think this game is supposed to be, when you judge it by its weight and its art, I think it is supposed to be for bringing in younger members of the family to the game.
I kind of disagree with that, and it's only just because, if I saw that box on a shelf, I wouldn't grab this game. Like, it's a nice box, but having that person smack bang in the middle there, and it's just because she's my queen that I'm trying to please, it's like, I think a more cartoony kind of box would grab me a bit better.
Yeah,
I personally love when people put people on board game boxes, because then my autofocus when I'm shooting B-roll autofocuses on the face. So, big fan. Keep it up.
I actually, looking closer at this as well, like the snowflakes are actually the spells.
Yeah, I did.
And it's like, now that I've played it, I'm like, this is so much better than like...
Yeah, like, I'm not disagreeing with these. I think that's quite clever and that's quite good. But it's just, this lady here... it just doesn't grab me.
You might be in love with the folklore and story of the Winter Queen. So,
I think that, you know, because of her similarity to certain Pixar characters. Again, I think
Not Pixar, but go on.
Is it not Pixar?
no,
Disney.
It's just Disney.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. I'd say 3D, and I'm like, anyway. You know, I think again it would help introduce it to younger
for sure.
members.
But that's our thoughts on the Winter Queen. Thank you very much for joining us. We are wrapping up now. A little bit of a shorter stream than normal. Only went for about 2 hours, but we got stuff to do, so we started a bit earlier. Thank you so much for being here. Let us know your thoughts in chat if you have any more.
Yes.
We will be back next week with whatever wins the vote after Twitter and YouTube have their input.
I'm excited.
So hang out for that. We're either going to be beating each other up with robots or
helping each other do spirit things.
Helping each other do spirit things.